Well, yeah, man. Yep, yep. That sucks, man. Um, yeah. I mean, for anyone who doesn't know, Akira Toriyama passed away, um, which is insane. I mean, Akira Toriyama, the creator of, I mean, let's bring up his works, but I mean, he's known as the grandfather of anime. Um, you know, he's the creator of Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z. But in case anyone else doesn't know, he had an anime before called Doctor Slump, um, and he did a lot of video games like artwork, and he was the head artist for Chrono Trigger. So if anyone ever has played Chrono Trigger or even seen any of those designs, um, I mean, it looks like Akira Toriyama's work, you know. But yeah, I mean, just it just sucks, man. And then, like, um, seeing the heartbreaking stuff from Dragon Quest as well, yeah, and just seeing some of the statements put out by the creator of One Piece, um, and Kishimoto that made Naruto. I mean, it's just sad, you know. They lost someone who they could, like, who they say is you were a teacher. You were someone I looked up to. I mean, that's the thing that, like, you got to remember is that Dragon Ball's so old, right? That even Oda, the one who is the creator of One Piece, Kishimoto, the one who created Naruto, and I'm sure Tite Kubo too, who created Bleach. But, like, even those guys, they were reading Dragon Ball when it came out. You know, they were talking about how they were reading Doctor Slump in elementary school, and they were reading Dragon Ball in upper grade school. And so it's just like this. It's just crazy. You know, I have this huge following, and, like, right now it's just, I don't know, it's weird. It's such a cultural thing now. Oh my god, hold on. Yeah, that does look, yeah, that's very rip. Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I mean, oh, I gotta open the door. Oops. Evelyn, come here. What are you doing? away from those other dogs. Oh. But yeah, I mean, Dragon Ball Z is my first anime, and it was for a lot of people. I'm gonna pause this ad break. Yeah, I mean, and it brought so many people together. That's one thing I swear that I've always said is like, it doesn't matter where you're at or who you're with or what group that you're with. I mean, the minute you just go like, hey, but do you fuck with Dragon Ball Z? Like, most of the time you'll find a friend. And for those that don't know, as much as like everybody is like mourning right now, Mexico is probably in the worst shape, and not just Mexico, but most of Latin America. And the reason for it is because Dragon Ball Z was dubbed to Latin America before it was even in the States, because it was, the States, they had to censor a lot of the blood, a lot of the violence, a lot of things like that. So Z and Latin America. Dragon Ball Z was in Spanish dub in 1996. Smash version didn't say as Zodiac became a hit by the time following year. The country was already airing Dragon Ball Z, putting quite ahead of those futures North could watch. Yeah, and so it became such a thing. It was something my dad loved, and we watched it together as a family more than anything else. Yeah, I mean, it's very dear to a lot of people's hearts, and like, that's the thing, is it's just one of those things. Like, fucking, this was Jiren versus Goku when he first did Ultra Instinct. They rented out a fucking boxing arena to show the episode. I mean, it is ingrained in Latin culture, as much as people think like, oh, it's an anime, like it's probably an Asian thing. It's not. It's not. I mean, it is a very, like, for whatever reason, I mean, because it came to Latin America so quickly, like, it is a big Latin American staple, and like, it's just one of those things. It's huge. I mean, it's big out here now too. Like, it's been, everybody's watched it, but like, hey, Red, but it's just crazy, it's crazy to see. Oof, hard timing. But yeah, it's just such a huge influence, and like, even the anime that we watch today, they're somehow they go back to, Dragon Ball Z. And yeah, whatever your comments are now about the franchise, like, yeah, it was a little dated. There wasn't a whole lot of story, but like, it's enough story. It was enough. It was, it's all about just fighting to protect your family, your friends, and just keeping a smile and being a good person. And like, that's all you really needed. Like, obviously animes have adapted and become huge things now with amazing stories and all this, but like, at the time there wasn't anything to go off of, and like, it was still a great story, and it's just crazy. But I just figured I would get my 2 cents out there, because yeah, I mean, it hit me hard too. I feel like DBZ has always been respected. People know what it is and watch it as what it is, and Dragon Ball in general. Yeah, and yeah, there's no way you can deny that greatness. But man, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, that's all. I just wanted to take a second. It's weird. And then reading Oda's statements about how his heart's broken because he'll never be able to talk to his the person he looked up to again. It's just heartbreaking. Kishimoto was like, I lost my teacher. I remember being a kid and starting to write my own manga, and to get to meet you at the award shows and things. It's just been an honor, and you're my teacher, and you're someone who I always want to be. It's just like, man, that's rough. So, yeah, just wanted to take a second to do that. I feel like I should play Tenkaichi Budokai, but yeah, that's that. It sucks, but oh well. Not oh well. I mean, it is oh well, because we're just gonna continue to enjoy that. If I had Tenkaichi Budokai, I would, um, but I don't has it. Hey, that's me. Hold on. Well, look at this. Look. It's me. Okay, well, fucking dumbass. Look, it's me. I'm live. It's me live now. Ah, look at that on YouTube. Huh. I had the third one, best game. Yeah, I agree 100%. Let me just hold on. Maybe I will. I don't know. What is Charlie upset about? Do I want to know? Okay, here's my take. I don't know if anyone's ready for this because I feel like a lot of people enjoy it. I'm not a fan of Mr. Penguins. I don't know. I don't know how everyone else feels.
I have had it up to here with U.S. immigration. I want there to be no confusion. I think the U.S. immigration process is a laughable, pathetic joke. In fact, it's not laughable because I'm not giggling. You don't see me spitting up with a smile on my face, kicking my feet in my high chair. It is terrible. Pardon my French, but deeper today. In a nutshell, our esports team, Moist Esports, has an Apex roster, and we're one of the best in the world. We are currently ranked 4th in A, and it's still another whole series to play. We're still a whole series behind the people around us, and we're still top 4. We're a fucking outrageous squad of maniacs out there. Some of the best talent.
I gotta save this. Look at these skates. Okay, I don't even care how much you want to make fun of me. Look at these skates. They look like hockey shoes or hockey skates, all right? I'm saving up money to get these. I want these skates so bad. I want these so bad. I do not even care. None of this though. Who the fuck fucks with safety? Not me. Fuck safety. What do you think? I'm a baby? Huh? When's your birthday? In September. I think we're gonna I'm waiting to get these suckers. No, I'm buying them before that or something. Do not.
Apex has ever seen. Our team came from Australia. Our plan for the season was to bring them to NA, where the competition is more fierce. NA is a powerhouse in Apex. So we brought them over to NA.
Alex,
and then
do not.
At the very last second, got rejected by U.S. immigration, and they were declined entry into this country. So we had the last second pivot, change all of our plans, and get them to Canada so they could still play this split. So they're currently in Canada, and we've been active. We've already done this once. They didn't fucking believe that he's actually a real official.
I'm at work. So, I thought you're off on Wednesdays.
So let me read this to you. Written statement from an official of the sports governing body, which is who we were talking to.
Good luck. You're not getting it.
You may have.
And guess what? You're gonna try to text Corinne, and she's gonna be like, no, no. Oh wait, live on stream. I'll just type my Addy in the stream chat. Let me grab that for you. There we go. YouTube F. What's the YouTube F?
Evidence
What happened?
from an official of the sports governing body describing how the athlete or team is internationally recognized. The evidence you submitted is insufficient.
All right, dude. I'm gonna I don't really care. I mean, I do, but like also, I don't know. I think it's his voice. I don't know what it is, but like I like all the other streamers that everybody watches, but I'm just not a big fan of Penguins. I don't know why. I don't know. It's just he does the most, you know. You need to set that up so it gives you the YouTube. You know? What? Me? I don't usually like famous streamers. I like Asmund a lot. It's gonna be awkward. Moderation helps everyone feel safe. Close. Start a Q&A or a poll. Okay. Hello. Start poll. I don't know what I'm doing here. Wait, why is it icky? I gotta know. I gotta know why it's icky. I gotta know why Asmund is icky. Can you chill a little bit, please? Could you maybe just chill for a second? Your breath stinks. And I brush your teeth, and you don't usually have stinky breath, so I need to know what you've done. Oh. But you know who I'd love to watch is Chad. Love Chad. That whole group, right? Chad, Jarvis Johnson, what's his name? The WoW streamer. We hop in a disc and she could tell you exactly why she. Yes, absolutely. Let's tell me. I'm in the lobby. I'm already in the lobby. You fucking got me. I'm already in the lobby. Never heard of them. Oh, I'll look them up. Let me go. Asmund Gold. Just need to get a good picture of him. Here you go. Oh, it's just on his Twitch. There we go. This guy. This guy. Right here. What can I say? His room is nasty. Send him away. Living in Spain, I'm just tired of favorite streamers and their fans, so I tend to run the other way. I get that. Hold on, let me wait. Let me go. I need to get a little lobby music. Get a little lobby music going. Ooh, that looks fun. Let's see how bad this is with a commercial. Or like oh, here we go. I want to see his room. Hold on.
Dude, his room's pretty.
Hello.
Man, the setup's been shown.
It looks like my room.
It's like the classic, like, I'm a streamer and there's literally garbage strewn across my entire floor. There's like a mountain of cups and bags at my feet at all times.
Okay,
like,
but
it's fucking wild.
But let me tell you this. Maybe you just didn't, you know, sometimes you're busy. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you're just busy. Oh, yeah. Sometimes you're busy. Dude, no, not even, bro. Like, the dude has so many streamers and just does shit on stream all the fucking time. He could literally clean his room on stream and it would be fine. Like,
I want to know what's in this Tupperware here, you know what I'm saying? What's in this
yeah,
Tupperware?
Alex is yelling. She's just like, tell him to take it off the screen.
Oh, man, dude.
It's horrid, dude. It's horrid.
Hey, you know what? I'm not gonna go to his room.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would.
I'm not gonna go to his room.
I'm surprised he has a girlfriend, right? Like, I'm surprised his girlfriend goes in his room.
Well, I think he has another room for that, you know, for hanging out.
For that, yeah. She just doesn't enter his room at all. Just off limits. Oh my god, dude. We're in the Essential Nerds chat. Yeah, there you go. She's in.
I like this music. I got some
Ruben,
nice...
please.
Oh, hello?
Ruben, please.
What?
Does this look like the music video where what's his name dances?
So, talk to me about this. Why is he icky? Is it just because he's dirty? Is it because of the dirty room?
No, he's a sexist pig. He looks down at anybody who's not, like, as good as him on, like, WoW or whatever. Like, he's super toxic, will make people go after people in the WoW community. Like, I played WoW religiously for...
Oh, so you have more of a storied history here.
Yes,
Yeah,
like
she does.
Speaking of sexism, happy International Women's Day. Cheers.
that.
I'll drink
Like,
a cold
what-
brew
bring
to
him
that.
up.
Oh, wow,
Yeah,
look at that.
drink a cold brew to that. What's going on?
A cold brew to
Give
that.
me a
His room, like-
frappuccino.
Congratulations, women.
Congratulations,
when his room pictures came out, dude,
Uh-huh.
like so apparently there was like people who went and it was a whole thing, right?
Okay.
People like ended up in his home that weren't supposed to be there,
Okay.
and they said, like, you're like, oh, I wonder what was in that Tupperware.
No.
Literal, like, new species of alien creatures were growing inside that shit. Like, the smell was putrid. They described that whole room as warm. Like, the smell was warm, not like the room itself was warm.
Yeah.
Like, it was just
It
icky.
had the sticky.
What does that even mean? It's really
Exactly.
warm. Okay.
Smells of warm.
It smells like warm in here.
It smells like warm. Like, that's all they could say. It's like, it smells warm in
Jeez,
here.
dude.
Probably like musty, you know, kind of like the musty smell you get from like a warm, damp space, you know, kind of thing.
I imagine if you went to like a dump in Florida in like July.
Ew. That's icky.
Oh, I don't like it.
Like
I don't
kind of like
that
the kind of
either.
warm that when you step outside it like coats your whole body. Like, I feel like that's his fucking
Yeah.
room.
It's
Hey,
icky.
well, I mean, you have a more storied history here, so I'm gonna take your word. I just look. I'm just gonna be honest. I just thoroughly enjoy. I don't know. And you're right. I will. I'm gonna go with you on this one. I don't know. I don't find him to be the worst person in the world. I feel like he's just like very blunt and honest, and he's like right in the in
He
between.
is, yeah.
He's in the in between.
Yeah.
But if that's true, I can't do this fucking lobby music anymore. I'm putting
No,
on.
I thought he was cool because like he was like huge. I mean, he's
Yeah.
like one of the biggest WoW streamers out there.
Right.
And like I tried my hardest to like him, but some of the
Yeah.
comments he makes about females,
Yeah, that's not cool.
and-
We don't like that.
and the way that he berates people who are new
Yeah.
or who have been playing but don't have enough time to get super good into it and like play casual. Like, he's just not nice to the community. He's not nice to females. His room smells like dog diarrhea. Like, it's just not fun. Okay, like he's trash in my eyes.
Yeah.
He's garbage. But that's, you can like him if you like him. Like, that's fine.
Yeah.
There's like a clip I saw of him saying something about Asian people that was very interesting as well. I was just like, oh, like, okay.
He's like, it's like, so
He's very
Asian people, am I right?
If I remember correctly, he said something about like he was just like, oh, they're from like Thailand or something like that. He's like, oh, so they're Chinese or something like that. He was very like just like generalizing something, and I was like, oh, like, that's an interesting opinion, bud, but sure.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't get me wrong, I've watched Asmongold react to stuff and like
Yeah.
you know, like hear his opinion on things, and yeah, like sometimes he has interesting insights to things, but yeah, as like, yeah, it's just the room, dude. The room.
the room. Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, dude, yeah. I don't know. Why is my what the fuck? What am I logged in on YouTube on my phone? Because I need to. I want to take a chill and just like. I don't know why I said take a chill, but I just want to
Take a
watch.
chill.
I just want to watch some shit. You know what I mean? I just want to chill, watch some shit for. a
Put it
little
on,
bit.
man.
That's what I'm looking. But like my.
Alex and I are just playing Minecraft.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
The realm's back up, by the way. So if you ever feel the want to hop on,
I may
Feel
need
free.
to. I may need to. You can do that? Hold on, Red. You can do that? Yeah, we're gonna switch this baby. I set game. Set games just chat. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see if you can do this. Let me know if you can do this. You technically can. I know that.
what are you trying to do?
She was. I was seeing if she was able to. We need to set up those commands. Oh, you're gonna. I have so much to still learn after doing this for as long as I have. Just chatting.
Like, there's always something new to learn, dude.
Yeah. Right. YouTube event, create new event. I don't. We did
So,
actually.
Like actual scale of 1 to 10 though, how like beat up were you about Toriyama?
I mean, it sucks, dude. You know, I don't. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and cry because like I didn't know him, but like.
Yeah.
I almost started crying when I joined your stream, and I was just like, yeah, my dad used to watch that with me, and I came from a broken family, so both my dads were into it. Like my biological showed me
I
Dragon
changed
Ball,
it. Uh-huh.
and then we watched like my stepdad and I watched Dragon Ball Z and Kai like
Okay.
religiously as a family. Like, that was family time.
Yeah.
And like you were talking about it, I was like, yeah, my dad used to do it. I'm like, oh my god, like this is sad.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I just it just yeah, it reminds me a lot of being a kid, because I mean, I didn't have anybody, I don't have any siblings or anything like that. So like my big thing was like, I think we talked about this, just watching Toonami.
Yeah.
Watching Toonami and like all that stuff. So it's just, I don't know.
I remember you talking about that, yeah. I actually never got into Dragon Ball. Like I've never watched it. Never played Dragon Quest, never played Chrono Trigger, and like so I feel like a lot of the stuff that like he had a hand in, I necessarily wasn't directly affected by, but I'm sure that there's multiple anime that I, have like watched or seen that he definitely influenced. So
Yeah.
can't ignore that.
Oh yeah.
Don't worry, it's on the watch list for you. We have to get through Naruto first.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
I still need to keep watching Naruto. Yeah.
Good luck with that, buddy. I hope you.
Yeah.
I hope you. Do you have what's it called? Do you have a stuffy that you could
Oh yeah, I
cuddle
do.
with?
Don't worry.
You need
I'm good.
You need a stuffy. Okay.
I need a stuffy. All right,
Yeah.
cool.
You need a
I'll make
wub.
sure I have
You
one
need a
on hand.
wub. You need a wub.
A wub.
You need a wub, dude. Oh yeah, that anime, it just put me in the fetal position so many times.
Yeah, no, it's
but you know, it's great. It's good. Just watch
I'm
it.
so excited to show him. Yay!
Yay.
So I'm gonna be handing her a stuffy.
I don't know.
He's gonna be like, I don't really get it, but that's okay.
Good for
And-
you. This is good for you. Oh
Okay,
man.
it's just gonna be the set your heart ablaze all over again.
Ouch! Wow!
Oh.
Wow! Wow! You are heartless. I'm questioning some things. You just say those words in that order, and you're not bawling your eyes out.
Oh god, don't spoil anything DB related, please. Ruben or Diego will kill me. Haven't watched everything yet, so I can't even put on anime music videos. I'm gonna put on Bleach music videos because they're better anyways. And
Bleach. I actually never watched Bleach.
And they
either.
remind me of high school, like these old Bleach AMVs, dude. Oh my god, look at this shit. Hold on. I gotta. Where's the other music? Hold on.
What's up?
I don't want to get. I don't want to get claimed, but just for a second, right? Oh yeah, you know what I'm talking about? And it's like, I watched this all of high school, and yeah, this was. I'm like, yeah, this is how I feel right now. My mom doesn't get me. She just doesn't get me. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like
I'm
Ichigo.
coming up, babe. Sometimes I feel like Ichigo.
There's a demon inside of me. No one gets it.
Sometimes I don't know what to do with the demon inside me.
She told me to clean my room.
Just imagine the guy who says that. Yeah, no, I imagine the guy who says that has a neckbeard, wears a fedora, and has like a T-shirt with like a wolf, like like in front of a moon.
Yeah.
No, like like those old T-shirts.
Oh my god.
He's an
I love this.
alpha. Ow.
My boy's an alpha.
Oh my god. No, dude. Okay, so for anyone, because nobody really watches Bleach, it's like the least popular of the three big manga. I read this because I was like, when I finished Bleach, the manga or the anime, and I was like, oh, there's another arc left. Like, I need to read that manga. So I fucking read this because I am like, I need to finish it. And this part with the head of the, basically he's the head of all the good guys, right? He's like the captain. This fight, oh my god, dude. And then I like, Bleach is very much like a Dragon Ball Z, where there's not like, there's moments, but like there's really not anything like that's connecting you to all the characters. But like when this dude, when some shit happens with this dude, you go like 600 episodes without seeing this guy fight. And it's like known, and you're just like, he's in charge of all these guys, like he has to be strong. But then you see him actually fight, and like, holy shit, it's fucking insane. That's all. But yeah,
I was busy dadding. I can hear him talking to the kids in the background.
Kyle's dadding.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. What's it called? It's By the way, if you haven't heard of this guy, I don't know if you guys like drill music. I've showed this to Cal before too. But this fucking guy, he does really good stuff. I don't know if he would actually claim because he's such a small creator. Never mind, it has 2.9 million views. Holy shit.
I've never watched Bleach, but my old roommate Adrian was like super into Bleach.
Yeah.
He loves Bleach.
This dude, he does drill music for different animes, and like his Jujutsu Kaisen ones lately have been
Really cool.
fucking good. Like, I don't know.
Check it out.
Can you hear this, Kyle?
This channel?
Yeah.
Hero Juice? No, I have you up on my lap. Here, wait up. I can pull you up on my phone, but I have you up on my laptop, and my laptop speakers for some reason don't have any sound anymore, and I don't know why.
Huh.
Give me one sec.
He had one
But yeah,
and one hit shambolic.
dude,
Ironic, the spirit of fire
he does pretty good,
to a crisp.
and especially if you're watching this stuff, because he releases it after every like arc or so.
Episode comes out of arc, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, this is the shit that I listen to lately, where I'm like, yeah.
I'd rather use his body to catch some bodies and give him trauma. How you got the power to adapt and still get put in a pack? He sees my attack.
Yeah, dude,
Impressive, I had to react, but everyone's bad to my arrows impact. 15 fingers up.
Yeah, it's very good. I would definitely suggest if you like anime, he's put stuff out. Like the last ones he's put out have been Jujutsu Kaisen, because obviously that's what's blowing up right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah. For good reason.
Yeah. Wait. Alex, are you caught up on Jujutsu Kaisen?
Yeah.
She is, yeah.
Okay. I just like I can't show this.
You're like, spoilers!
No, you're all good. You're all good.
Dude, that
Actually,
scene.
that whole moment, she was like, that was like super sad.
Which one?
She was talking to me about it. The like Mahito having that like moment of
In the snow.
like fear in the snow, yeah, where like cause like essentially her brother Nate, that lives with us, he's really into it and he reads the manga.
Okay.
And so he's like talking to her about it, and he's
Yeah, I
just kind of
skipped
like
ahead a
giving
little
her some
bit
stuff to
in
think
the
about.
manga.
You're not putting on enough emphasis. So
Okay, well,
my brother
go ahead,
comes.
go ahead.
Yeah, because it didn't hit you
Yeah.
like it hit me. All right, it didn't hit you like it hit me.
Go ahead. Story
He
time.
comes up to me and he's just like watching it with me because my brother's Puerto Rican, like as much as I am, but like different, like Puerto Ricans can have different levels of melanin, and my
No, I
brother
get
took
that.
all mine. All right, so I got confused hair and he got ethnic hair. He doesn't know what to do with it, so I do it for him. And so we will pick an anime and we'll start it and we'll watch it together. Like right now we're watching Another, which is pretty wild right now.
Okay.
But like we were watching it and he just looks up at me and he's just like, isn't this so sad? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, think about it. When we first meet him, he's literally a child. Like he's not a grown man. Like this is just his form for this because of like what happened to him.
Yeah.
Like he's a child. And he's like, so you're watching in the snow scene, you're watching as this child is running for his life and he's scared of a wolf. And it's like, why would a grown person be afraid of a wolf, right? And he's just like, it's because that's like, he's a child, like he's scared and like he's running and he's begging and he's hoping someone's gonna save him. Like you're literally watching a kid. And I just start crying and I'm like, oh my god, like that's so sad.
Well, it is okay when you put it that way. It is sad. I thought it was very good. Just the writing of it and the way
I
it was
thought it was
drawn,
super.
because-
Like at first I was just like, oh, this is really fucking cool. Like, you know, he gets what he deserves finally. Ha ha ha. And then my brother's just like, isn't this so sad? I'm like, sad? Why are we feeling sad?
Well, I think more so than anything, like, yeah, it's cool because it's like he got him. Like, it's like finally you're done. But I think it's just for me, it's the antithesis of like this switch, right? Where it's not even the fact that like I'm the good guy and whatever. It's the fact that like Yuji was fully like, you know what? You're right. Like, I'm not the good guy. You're not the bad guy. It just depends on who's looking at it. But at the end of the day, we are the same. You're right. and like that, just the giving up of that, like the facade, because that is, I mean, every anime has that, but even people in real life, you have that facade of like, I'm doing this for the good, and it's like
not even it's not even that it's a facade. It was the fact that he was naive. It was like like the loss of innocence essentially. It was literally like him growing to learn that the world is not a fair place.
Yeah, and it's just, but it's that whole like, I'm not the good guy. I'm just the guy, and I'm going to find you, and I'm going to, every time I will beat you, and it's just like, oh,
so excited for going forward in Jujutsu Kaisen. I know about some of the stuff that happens going forward, and
okay,
especially with Yuji and like how like specifically his domain and how it works.
I don't know anything
really
about that.
Cool.
I don't know anything.
I'm not gonna say shit.
I do know because I'm reading the
only
manga.
where the anime is. That's it.
I'm reading the manga a little bit. I just haven't had time to read ahead, but I do know about basically the second strongest sorcerer, because there's a guy that really haven't talked about in this whole series yet, and he's a badass.
I actually don't know about that, so that's gonna be interesting for me.
Yeah, there's just, I won't spoil anything, but there is a guy, and they're just like, yeah, he's basically like second strongest to Gojo.
Gojo, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like, well, hold on, what the fuck? Who are you? How come we're just hearing about you?
Who's this guy?
Yeah, and like, so, but it's very good, and it's, I mean, coming up next is, I don't know. It's kind of like a tournament arc, and I don't know. I haven't read through it yet, and I'm very curious, because tournament arcs for me are very hit and miss. Like, I really liked the Dragon Ball Super tournament, right? The Tournament of Power is very good. Once again, it's Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, whatever, but like, fuck it, I don't care. I cried like 3 times, especially when Vegeta, at the part where Vegeta's like, fine, just take my power, you can do it, and I'm like, he did the thing. But like, that one was good. I don't think I liked My Hero Academia's, because I just don't like My Hero Academia. I'm just not a fan of it. Maybe
that's fine. I was actually about to mention that too. Like, so honestly, when it comes to My Hero, I think that the first tournament arc was decent. I think that the very first one where they had like the like
right at the beginning.
The like festival, and then that's where like, you know, Midoriya was still like really injuring himself by using his power, but then he like had his face off with Todoroki and like kind of finally got Todoroki to like break out of that idea. Yes. Yeah.
But it's it's that other one with class. I think that's honestly where I stopped watching.
The class against class versus was not very good. Yeah, that I was kind of like whatever about.
It took me what, 3 months? 3 months of Kyle living here for me to finally get through that, with him going, you need to catch up, like it's so good at the end, and I'm like, I don't want to.
That was
because what happens right after it is fucking awesome, but like that is just hard to get through. It's kind of a slog.
Well, that's my biggest problem is like, and no offense to you or anybody, because I know Cal and like Tyler, everybody was like, you just gotta watch it, and it's just like, well, when does it get good? And it's like, well, season 4, episode 15, it start, and I'm just like, season 4? Yeah, like,
but isn't that literally everybody with One Piece? Because like, I can't do One Piece.
No, episode 20, you're fucking crying, and you're just like, you got me, bitch. Okay, fine.
No, I tried. It's just not for me,
dude,
because I cannot stand
It was that
One Piece.
dog. It was that damn fucking dog, dude. Ugh, stupid dog. Yeah, that was what got me in One Piece. It's like, it's like,
want to talk about sad dogs. Full Metal Alchemist, anyone? Ooh, wow.
Do you not have emotions, Kyle? Like, do you not have emotions?
That's what I'm saying. Like, he'll just say shit, and he's just like, oh, wow, yeah, that's a thing. And I'm like...
Dude, you have no idea how that affected me, earlier on in my life. You have no fucking idea, dude.
This affected me as a child.
I was getting into anime when I saw that happen. Let me tell you, like, Full Metal Alchemist was pretty early in, like, my anime, like discovery.
Uh-huh.
And that fucked me up, dude. I was like, oh my god, this is horrid.
So then why are you numb to it now?
Because he's been exposed to it as a kid.
I'm numb to everything now. You know, the throes of the reality of life and the throes of, adulthood have calloused me to all emotion.
Yeah, you heard it. Yeah.
I don't feel anything anymore. No, I'm just kidding. I'm a total fucking loser, and I'm way overly emotional.
So Luna came into our room the other night, and was just like, "Hey, Dad, you're my best dad." And I have this like joke with her, where I'm just like, I'm gonna get like rid of him and I'm gonna get you a new dad. And I was just like,
Hilarious.
I was like, Mom's gonna find you a new dad. Like, a new dad.
Hilarious.
I was like, I'm gonna find you a new dad. And she like looked at me and she's like, no, Mama. I was like, what do you mean no? And she's just like, I like this one. I was like, oh, you like this one? She's like, yeah, even when he's stinky. And I look over at Kyle and he's
Damn.
just sobbing.
I was just like,
It's the little moments, dude. It's the little moments
It
that
is,
get you.
man.
It really is. Kids are
I had a
fucked.
moment. I had a moment yesterday or a few days ago where Cass. So Cass, like, he's a kid who needs like regulatory help. Like, you know, like we try to like help him regulate
yeah.
his emotions because he just has moments where he just can't.
Yeah.
And so like we've kind of been working on, you know, as far as like when he does something he's not supposed to, what we're doing with that. And we've tried now like taking him up to his room and like sitting him on his bed and being like, okay, like you need to take deep breaths. Like here's a timer. Like you're gonna sit here for this amount of time. Like, and then you need to like, you know, be quiet, take deep breaths. And we close the door and we like just kind of wait and see how he does.
Okay.
And the other day I had to do that with him, and I was like, okay, like I'm gonna put you in here, and he was like, okay, you know, he kind of was like, lately it's
Yeah.
actually been him asking for the timer, so I think the timer like kind of
Is
gives
helping.
him something to focus on and regulate with.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, like that's fine, we'll give you a timer, and you just sit quiet, and he did, and he was real quiet, and after he had been like screaming, you know, like he'd been really just having a bad one,
Uh-huh.
and so afterward I went in there and I talked to him, and I was just like,
Okay.
all right, buddy, like cool. And then like after I was like, dude, I'm so proud of you, buddy. Like I'm real proud that you did this. Like I'm you know, I'm glad you're doing all right. And then he looked at me and he was just like, oh, he's like, I love you, Dad. He's like, I'm proud of you too. And I was
Oh yeah, that gets you.
I
That
was like,
gets
stop.
you.
No.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Kids are fucked.
They're so innocent. You know, they don't get it, but little things they do, man.
Yep.
I know you did not just call our kids innocent, because our daughter will come up to you and ask you if you're bleeding out.
Sick.
She's been on this kick ever since Alex came back from getting her surgery.
Yeah.
She like kind of talked to her about it. She was like, yeah, you know, like the surgeons had to, you know, cut Mama like
No, dude,
here and
It's
like
fuck,
you know
'cause
help take some
she
stuff
like
out.
remembers me crying on the couch before we left for the hospital. So like every time she like, because for a while we were like, you can't touch Mama's belly because I'm healing and I didn't want
Yeah.
something to rip open. So like, Mama's got owies, you can't touch them, you gotta leave me be, you gotta make sure that you don't like do anything crazy with Mama. And so she comes up to me yesterday,
Yeah.
and she looks at me and she's just like, Mama, can I still touch your belly? Or can I touch your belly now? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, are all the owies all gone? I'm like, yes, baby. Like, Mama's okay now. And she goes, so you're not gonna bleed no more? And I'm like, no, baby. And she's like, because the doctor didn't cut you open with a big knife anymore? And I'm like, what is happening? What is hurting you?
But then she'll just say stuff like that. She'll be like, I can touch it, and if I do, it's not gonna bleed all over. The blood isn't gonna come out all over.
Oh,
And
wow.
I'm just like, no.
Like, what is-
like, what are you talking
Like, what is
about?
happening?
Yep.
Like, I
Kids,
didn't get that like gruesome with it. I was just like, yeah, the doctor
Yeah.
had to go in
Yeah.
and like there was blood and
Mama
Mama had to
was
get it taken
bleeding, yeah.
out and then the doctor sent me home and now I'm all better and I'm home with you guys. And now she's just come up to me like yesterday she hurt her finger like on a piece of wood and she's like, Mama, I got a cut. And I'm like, oh baby, it's okay, like let's put a band-aid on it. And she was just like, so that
Am I
I don't
gonna
have to go to
die?
the doctor because
Uh-huh.
I'm bleeding and they're not gonna have
Mhm.
to chop it off. And I'm
Yep.
like, what is happening? Who hurt you?
Yeah. Kids are
Like-
yeah.
Like what
Weird.
are you seeing when you close your eyes, kid?
That's kind of what I mean, not that exactly, but we're trying to deal with one of ours being scared of everything because he's scared of getting hurt and like
Yeah.
it's just keeping him from doing anything, like literally anything. He has a tooth that
Every kid
we
goes
can
through it.
see half the bottom of his tooth and we're like, just pull it out, and he's like, it's gonna hurt. And so like he starts like hyperventilating. It's like we're just trying to get him comfortable with getting hurt in a sense of like, you're not gonna die if you get a little
Yeah.
hurt. Like, you know,
Like
you need to.
it's okay to not be afraid of everything. Yeah.
So it's been fun. It's been fun.
It's a tough thing to break. Yeah. That's a whole thing.
Yeah. Especially when the other one, right? The other one is the opposite, where it's just like
Yeah.
jumping off a couch, jumping out of a tree, like I'm gonna do a backflip, and then he falls and he's like, I'm good, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. You describing this, I literally know.
You
like
know,
which
yeah.
one
Luna and
is
Cass.
which.
Luna and Cass.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Luna and Cass. Yeah, because Cass,
Yeah,
he don't give a fuck, man. He jumps off of everything. It's insane.
He
Is Cassier
he
younger?
jumped off- He just
Yeah,
jumped
he's
off the
3,
4th
yeah.
stair.
Why do I
Like,
feel
just
like
now.
that's kind of a common trait
In like young ones or in boys?
in young ones, like second
Yeah.
child or like youngest child, like is just like they go do their thing. Like the older ones, like, well, I'm gonna overthink this. I don't want to get hurt. What if I get hurt? What ways am I going to be getting hurt here? Like, what is the possibility outcome? It's just like, stop thinking about it. Just go do it. I can't. Like,
I can't.
I can't.
Because they're older. It's because they have more expected of them. It's because
Yeah.
the parental experience was new and
Right.
not as honed, right?
Right. Meanwhile, the second one, you're just like, fuck it, go get hurt.
Yeah, you're just like, all right, cool, go run over there. Because I mean, really though, like the first child, with everything, you're probably like, get that out of your mouth. Don't do that,
Yeah.
don't do that. Like blah blah blah. But with this, once you
Everything's
have that
gonna kill you.
experience, yeah. Once you have that experience, your second child, you're just like, oh, like I know that they're okay.
Yeah. This is something that I wanted to talk about for a while. Sorry, I'm yawn. My voice is
After
cracking.
Nintendo Switch, the emulator takedown.
Dude, I'm like fucking furious about this shit. It's just such bullshit.
So what all happened?
So, there's an emulator called Yuzu, right? Yuzu is a Nintendo Switch emulator, which, I'm not gonna lie, like, I don't know. It's a little questionable. You know what I mean? I think if you're emulating Super Nintendo, Atari, like even Nintendo 64 stuff, like I really, even up to like, I would say like anything you really can't get nowadays, like even a DS, it's impossible to get DS stuff, right? I have a DS, but I don't have a charger for it. And finding a charger for a DS is almost impossible. So like,
Yeah.
I think emulating up to a system before what's current is fine, like to me. I think that a lot of people now will emulate systems that are currently out because they want to add mods to them, right? Like, that's the thing, is like, we wouldn't have all the mods for Skyrim or Fallout or fucking just anything if people couldn't emulate stuff, because you have to rip the program out of whatever you're playing it on and put it on a computer and enable it, like editing on it, and like that's just what makes games. We wouldn't have MOBAs if you couldn't like edit stuff, you know what I mean? Because that was a Warcraft 3 mod. And so like it's important to preserve these things, and it sucks because Nintendo has so much money that you can't fight Nintendo on this stuff unless you're a millionaire, because at the end of the day, like, there does need to be a case or a precedent that gets set for video game preservation, because it's something that everybody talks about. And like, of course, rich people would be like, well, that's just the way that you want to get stuff for free. And it's just like, no, like, yes and no. Like,
yes and no.
Where the fuck am I gonna find a copy of, Konami Crazy Racer that was on Game Boy Color? You know what I mean? Like, find that for me. Oh, it's $5,000. Well, I don't have the money for that. And it's just like, well, if you like the game, you'll pay for it. Fuck you.
It's the fact that media needs to be accessible to people.
Yeah. And it's not. And like, at the end of the day, it's really interesting because gaming is just changing in general it's like becoming a different space.
Didn't Nintendo come out with a bunch of emulating games? Like, didn't they port all the games onto the Switch?
Yeah, and that's like, so that's what's even more infuriating is the fact that they're taking down Yuzu, which is an emulator, but they are emulating Sega games because they own Sega now technically, but they didn't own Sega when the Saturn was out. They didn't own Sega when, the Dreamcast was out, and they're emulating those games. So it's like, so it's only good if you're doing it.
It's okay if you're doing it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so it's frustrating, and it's one of those things of, if you are like, if I steal something from you and you don't have that anymore, then yeah, it's stealing. But if I could take whatever you have and just make a copy of it, then what the fuck is the problem? Who's missing out?
Yeah.
Like, like, why is it an issue?
But the dumbass brain broken.
Maybe it's the issue of like people making money off of it. Like, that's the only thing I can see an issue with it. Like, the argument of, oh, people are gonna try to take it and make money off of it. But like,
they see it as they're losing money. They're saying if someone else is gonna buy the game, or if someone would have bought the game, they might just get it for free instead. But like I said, it is questionable if you're doing current console games. I agree. I think it's a little weird. But even then, like, because we live in this world where this is happening with everything. It's not just video games. You know, it's books. It's not gonna say anything about how to do it because I don't know. I'm not involved. This is just in Minecraft, right? But it's really easy to get books, right? You don't have to pay for them. It's really easy to find them. From what I've heard, right? And a lot of these newer authors of these books are straight up just like, look, I understand you know how to get my book for free. I would really appreciate it if after you read my book that you downloaded for free, maybe go buy my book. And I'm a big supporter of that. I think it's the same with music. Like, if you really like an album, and because this is me with like Spotify, right? If I listen to something on Spotify and I really like that album, I want to give them money to support them, you know, because I really like that album, so I'm gonna go buy that album. Same with a book. If for whatever reason I was given a copy or something of a book and I really liked it, I want to buy the collector's edition of that book because I really liked it. I think video games, need to adopt that same mentality. It's like, yeah, if you play a game and then you really liked it, like, yeah, go get the better version or go get the real version or whatever you want to call it. But it's like, no one is just gonna not buy your game if they can get it for free. Like, it's just dumb. Like, it's such a small percentage because not only do you have to know how to get it, but you have to be really technically savvy to understand how to get a hold of like these new gen games in any way, you know? So it's not like it's that much of a market that you're missing out on. And so I don't know, I think it's ridiculous. And it is such a fucking like brain broken rich company like excuse of just like, well, we could be missing out on money. And it's just like, okay, how much?
Yeah, Nintendo. Did you hear about what they did to, I don't know if you watch Point Crow, but did you hear about what they did to Point Crow?
No.
The, like, streamer? No. So there's a guy who's, like, a Breath of the Wild, like, speedrunner. And okay. He's been using their content, like, religiously, because it's, like, his thing, obviously. And he has this people who make like programs and codes for different mods for him to do. Like they did one where it was like multiplayer Breath of the Wild. So that multiple people could play on one game. It was a little buggy, but it worked, you know. And there was like an issue because the same person made like a customized game map for him and his stream. And Nintendo went and like put like a claim on all of those videos, but then every video where he was playing any Nintendo game at all, that includes like Mario or and like anything, including going as far as getting mad at him for recreating a like massive version of like a real life version of a Mario Party game. Like a real life, everybody was in costumes running around the board game.
That's pretty cool.
They copyrighted that. Like they were like, no, we're coming after you for that too.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's anything, and like they're just so confused as a company. Like they don't, and like it's one of those things, right? Everyone grew up with Nintendo. Everyone loves Nintendo, but it's like they don't get their audience. Like and that's the thing is like you should embrace it, and it really shows you what greed does to a company because you really should embrace it. You should embrace the people that are modding like Pokemon Emerald. And like there's so many Pokemon like ROM hacks and like it's good for the game community. It's good because guess what? They're going to talk about your game for years in a way that like no one's going to play Pokemon Emerald now just as it is, you know, but with modding and stuff, everyone wants to play it. Like Pokemon Radical Red is one of the best Pokemon games I've ever played because of how good like the upgrades are, and it's just a mod of Emerald, but it's so good. But you know, if like Nintendo was able to, they would sue them and take them down and get try to get money out of them. And it's just like you're destroying this amazing gaming environment that you created. And
they should
take a play out of Scott Cawthon's book.
I definitely stand by the fact that I feel like Nintendo is probably the most like disconnected game company out there. Like
I think them and Sony are just they're right up there.
Really? Because I feel like Sony at least still, you know, like values their fan base.
I disagree.
I honestly feel like Nintendo just consistently feeds their fan base like shovels full of shit, and it's just like, you like this, eat it.
Yeah, and Nintendo just wants you to buy their shit. They just want you to buy their shit.
Nintendo just wants you to spend money.
Yeah, they don't care about anything else. They want you to buy their shit and shut up. That's it. Like, they don't want you to talk about their game. They don't want you to... They barely want people to play their game, you know? Like, on stream. Because it's like, we could
spend money.
We might copyright you. We don't know. Like, we'll figure it out. And it's just like, they don't want you playing their game, like, for other people. They don't... It's just... It is. It's very weird. But I think Sony has their own problems. I just think they're very disconnected from...
I mean, that's fair. Like, no matter what, Sony in general definitely has some issues with, like, things they could be doing that make a lot more sense for the gaming community as a whole.
Well, that's where for me, that's where the problem lies. Is like, as much as like I've been a PlayStation, you know, fanboy forever.
Yeah.
Like, Microsoft is making all the right moves where it's like, no, you can play our game with Nintendo. You can play our game with people on Steam. You can play our game with fucking people on mobile. It doesn't matter. Just play the game. We just want you to play the game. And it's like...
Enjoy playing games.
Yeah, and that's what I want. You know, I want accessibility, I guess. I don't know if that's the word, but like, even with like this streaming app that I use, you can stream through an app on the Xbox. And it's like, well, shit, now, like, I want to get an Xbox... Like,
everything's
I want to sell my
compatible.
PlayStation and get an Xbox. Like, what the fuck do I care about playing an exclusive game? The only game I wanted to play was God of War, and I played it. And even then, I'm pretty
You didn't
sure...
even stream it.
I didn't even stream it. That was just for me, you know, which is fine. But, like, I think you can get... Can't you get it on Steam now? God of War? Let me see.
Ragnarok might actually be Steam ported now.
Let me see. God of War. The original... Well, not the original, but, like, God of War... Whatever...
Like 2018.
22, yeah. That one's out, and then...
That one's definitely on Steam. I don't know if Ragnarok's been Steam
Not
ported
yet.
yet.
But it's like, I mean, if I really
Will
wanted
be.
to play the game, like, yeah, I can get it. Like, that's the thing. Like,
But the fact is that even that was a big breakthrough for Sony. It was like, oh my god, they're putting their games on PC now, and it's just like that feels like it's a big step for them, but that's such a small step comparatively to like other companies.
That should be the standard now. It shouldn't be like, wow,
it shouldn't be like some brain breaking thing where you're just like, oh my god, they put it on PC.
Oh shit, there's a sale? Hold on.
Here we go.
Fuck, I'm gonna get lost. Anyways, I want to...
Dragon's Dogma, man. Dragon's Dogma 2's coming out soon.
I've heard really good things about that.
So have I. I've never played Dragon's Dogma. I think I own it. I think my either guy or Tyler, the guy I game shirt with, owns it.
I want to check this game out. It's called Berserk Boy.
Berserk Boy.
It's supposed to be like... It's a new game, right? It came out literally 2 days ago. But it's like reminiscent of old Mega Man.
Looks like it. I was literally about to say it looks like Mega Man.
And the
like Sonic the Hedgehog mixed together.
Why is my mouse gone? There it is. But yeah, I mean, it looks good, and it's like $18. Why not? You know what I mean?
There you go. Yeah.
Go Berserk.
The best thing about Steam, you can just get some fucking random ass game for, you know, super cheap, and just go, wow, look at this.
You know, okay, I literally just thought about it. You know why Steam is not the only reason. Obviously, there's a million reasons, but for me, and I think for a lot of people out there, you know why Steam feels so good and like why it's such a just refresh, like compared to everything else that's out there, is the fact that it reminds me of like 2005, going to GameStop. You have a PS2. And you're like looking through the fucking garbage on
like
the shelves.
Random ass shit on the walls.
Where you're just like, what's this like $5 game? I've never heard of it. And it's just like, I've got $20. Let me get 3 $5 games real quick.
Yeah.
And you play and then like 2 of them are like full on JRPGs that are gonna like take you hundreds of hours to complete. And you're just like, this was $5? And then the other one's like some shitty game that you're like, what the fuck is it? But like, it's that same feeling of like, okay, like
this is a different and interesting experience, and whether it's like, you know, made by some AAA studio or not, it might actually be something that I truly enjoy. Yeah.
And so like that's what Steam reminds me of, because I think that's how I first experienced
small time creativity.
Yeah, and like it's low cost. I think that's the big thing, is it's low cost. So there's a really low entry level for, you know, getting into whatever game. I mean, that's how I discovered Star Ocean. I didn't know about Star Ocean franchise, but I bought it at GameStop for like $8 or something, and it was a game that, I mean, I played for hours.
Star Ocean? I've never played that actually.
Star Ocean, yeah, it's a huge JRPG franchise, and like the one that was on PS2 I thought it was very good. I'm gonna need you to be one of my alpha testers for my future game. I feel like it would be an honest review. 100% Red. I will fucking I am brutally honest.
What are you trying to make, Red? What's the plan?
What kind of game? What's the plan here? Because yeah, let's hear it. Just like I'm making a AAA open world MMO. Is this on my list?
So, babe,
add to your list.
I'm testing out the mining depth that I looked up to see if it really is true that, like, you know, these specific things pop up at this depth.
Yeah.
And I've already gone up and smelted a stack of iron, and I'm finding more.
So what's funny is all the iron that I found yesterday was literally on like a single mountaintop.
Yeah.
And that's where all the coal came from too. Like it was just like non-stop. I went through like 6 picks.
Okay.
Apparently the best mining depth for iron now are 16 and 223.
So are you doing like pixel art, or are you doing full digital art? That's cool. Well, yeah, I would love to do that, Red. And then you can do what you always do and help me get the answers through the game, because I'm so bad at puzzles. I can't even do Assassin's Creed puzzles.
Oh, that's sick. It's gonna be like a Resident Evil game.
It's cool. One Piece creator spawns passing character. Yeah. The original Kingdom Hearts sets the bar for Kingdom Hearts 4's new arc. Oh god, I don't want to even think about Kingdom Hearts anymore, dude. I don't. You want to know a fun fact about Kingdom Hearts? Is that the first 3 Kingdom Hearts games were supposed to be the first part of a trilogy of arcs. So however long the first 3 like Kingdom Hearts games took to come out, that's only a third of what it's supposed to be.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It was planned to be like
already long as hell as it is too.
I was so let down by Kingdom Hearts 3, dude. Kingdom Hearts 2 is great. Like, the story was fine. It was fine. I mean, it was a little complicated, but like from Kingdom Hearts to Kingdom Hearts 2, there was only one game in between. And then from Kingdom Hearts 2 to Kingdom Hearts 3, there's like 15 games.
15 games, yeah. There's so many.
It was so fucking convoluted.
Some of them are so obscure. Like,
Yes.
They're so obscure.
Yep. And like, it's ridiculous. And then Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, and I thought it was, I was not happy with it.
I can't say much. I'm not like a Kingdom Hearts fan. You know, I didn't play the originals. I started playing the first one when I had a PS4.
Mm-hmm.
I like tried playing it for a bit. I tried playing the remastered, and it was cool.
Yeah.
And then I played a little bit of Kingdom Hearts 3. I think I still own it on Xbox, but like, the only thing I thought about it was I was like, oh, this is fun. You know, like I think that the theming's kind of cool. Like the gameplay is pretty decent, but I wasn't like captivated by it.
I literally bought a PlayStation to play it.
Wow.
Yeah. For Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
No, I bought a PS3 because I thought Kingdom Hearts 3 was gonna be on PS3. You know, the console that was ridiculous. Like, I honestly could have switched to. I could have switched to Xbox 360 at that point, because it was just like, why am I gonna pay an extra $100 for this shitty console? Oh well, but Kingdom Hearts 3 might come out on it.
You're like,
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Because I'm a dumbass.
It's all good, buddy.
Yeah.
We've all done dumb things for games. Let me tell you how I felt when Anthem came out, and I bought 2 deluxe editions of Anthem, one for me and one for my buddy, because I really wanted to play that game with friends.
I foresee that game is gonna come out again. At some point.
So.
I foresee that game. I don't know if it's them releasing the IP and someone making it or something, but I have a feeling I really don't understand what went wrong with Anthem. I don't.
A lot of things.
Well, okay. As far as the game was concerned.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I can like kind of shed light on that though. So like during the developmental stages of Anthem.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining.
Respawn specifically had gone through like a really turbulent time as a studio.
Anthem?
Like they had lost people.
Respawn developed Anthem?
Yeah, it was Respawn.
I didn't know that.
Oh no, sorry, not Respawn. No, wait. Who made Mass Effect?
Oh fuck.
That wasn't Respawn. That was God damn it. Why can't I think of the name of the studio?
Let's find out. BioWare.
BioWare, yeah, BioWare. Sorry. So BioWare as a studio was going through like a really rough time, and like during the entire time that game was in development, it just went through developmental hell with them, where they lost their lead. They lost their lead on the creative project. Like they actually lost multiple people. They went through like cuts, and then also EA just continuously put them through. Like a timeline crunch, and they had to get things out, and they had to get like this done, and because of that, I think that they lost a lot of the original intent for that game. And when it came out, the game was good, it was already set up pretty well, but there was just a lot of repetitive content, and then there was no content beyond that. Like it ran out of content. Like that game, unlike Destiny, that was like, oh yeah, we're having this season, and we're having this, and we're having the stuff for Anthem was like, oh yeah, we have plans,
but we don't know what it is yet.
We'll get them when we get them, and then they came out with the Cataclysm, and the Cataclysm was pretty cool, but it was like too little, too late. Like it was, it wasn't good.
I feel like before I even knew it, the game was already done. Like I couldn't even get into it.
It happened real quick, dude.
Yeah,
like
sucks.
Me and my buddies played through it, and we got to like the end game, and after that, we were just like, well, that's game's played, and pretty disappointing.
I definitely foresee I don't know, something in me thinks that it's gonna come back. They're gonna try to milk it again, because like that's the thing. That's the age that we're in right now with video games. Is like nobody wants to take any risks on anything. Nothing fun can be made that's different because they don't want to lose. And it
has to fit to like the standard.
And as much as we want to talk shit, I get it, because video games cost so much money to make, and it's not it's not inherent. It doesn't cost that much money for an indie studio to make their game. I mean, it does, but like it's not that hard when you have a team of 5 people. But when these studios make these games, I get it. I get why they don't want to try new things, because it's like this game cost $600 million to make. Okay, well, why the fuck would we make something new that might flop? And so like
why not go for a guaranteed hit?
Yeah, but then you just get garbage, and that's just the state of how new things work. That's just how it happens. Look at cell phones. Cell phones were really cool back in the day. Look at how like fun and unique so many different cell phones were, and now they are all just rectangles. That's it. And it's like it's the same with these games, but it sucks because then you don't get creativity. It's like I feel like Anthem is just one of those games where it's like it was like they know there's a cult following. They know that everyone wishes it would have like kept going. And so like I don't think it would be that much of a leap or whatever to see them just going, okay, we're going to make some tweaks. We're going to add a super fucking dumb like monetization system.
Yeah.
We're going to add some maps, and like Anthem's back, baby. I'm telling you, in like 3 years, it'll be on like Xbox, whatever the fucking next one is gonna be.
Xbox 750.
Xbox triple Healy backflip, and like
Xbox the microwave edition.
Yeah, and it's like, but I feel like this game will come back at some point. But then again, we say the same thing about Titanfall, and that shit ain't happening.
Yeah, Titanfall 3 probably ain't happening.
No, dude, Respawn is making so much money with Apex still, and it's just like, it sucks because that game's not... It's fun, but there's no story. You don't get anything...
Not their best work.
...out of it. You don't get anything out of that game. It's...
Titanfall 2 was such a leap for them, like, and it was such a change too, because you come from the first Titanfall, which was just this purely like online multiplayer game, which was fun and it was cool, it was good, and then they just made it better. Like it was like everything about it was better. Like it was more fun to play the multiplayer. There was a campaign, and the campaign was fucking good. Like it was really good. And yeah, they just came out swinging.
But I don't know, man. It's weird. I think the whole thing is just I mean, you're seeing the fall. Fuck, I'm gonna have to do this whole Nintendo thing later, because now I'm on a different rant. But I mean, you really are seeing the fall of these big studios and like their dumb fucking IPs, and like Helldivers is one of the like
Oh, it's fucking taking over right now.
It's taking over, and I mean, it's just it's showing you what, like, I don't know. It's another game that's setting the standard for like what a studio can do and why it's not as hard as like everyone needs to act like it is. Or like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, look at the Baldur's Gate success.
That's exactly that's the other thing I was gonna get at.
Straight
Like,
up, dude.
Like Baldur's Gate, they're not a huge. I mean, they are a big studio, but like they put love and care into their game, right?
Yeah.
They did. They put love and care into their game. There's no fucking dumb monetization system, and they've won so many awards for it. They have so much acclaim. Like, it's just, it has shown that like when you put care and time and just make a good game, you get everything you need out of it, right?
Yeah.
And the same thing's happening right now with Last Epoch. I know a lot of people don't really play
Apparently
ARPGs.
that game's like
but
also
it's
just kind of running it right now.
it's just it's what Diablo 4 should have been. And so like if anyone's going to play it like Diablo, don't buy Diablo, buy Last Epoch. It's amazing. It's amazing. And it's on par right now with Path of Exile, which has been out for like 10 years. And so like a game that just came out swinging from a small studio that's $30 like is killing it. And then you have
I wish I had a
Helldivers,
PC to play it.
right? I wish you do too, because I have characters that I'm waiting to finish the campaign with, and I need someone with me because I'm dying
Like, I
too
need help.
quickly. But and the same thing with Helldivers. It's like these smaller studios are making these like amazing. God damn it, dude! My work's calling me. Give me a second, okay? I'm gonna put on this video real
Do what you
quick.
gotta do, bro.
Maya here was kind enough to demonstrate the excellent ragdoll physics for us.
Where did I go?
Huh?
Did you?
Oh.
I'm alive. What?
As was PS Alien Hospital with some nice skill on the robot's part. Pull.
Enjoy your mother.
Ganked It showcases that sometimes the perfect teammate can exist.
You're not muted, babe. That was cute. That was cute. Just,
I totally thought I was muted. I'm not gonna lie.
just out of nowhere.
Enjoy your mother.
They both looked at me. Oh no, what did I have done?
And if you were wondering what that
You know what,
looks like
Kyle?
from the
Enjoy your
drop pod
mother.
perspective,
Enjoy your mother.
Nice.
Oh
Oh my god.
I can't.
did mention
I can't wait
there's
for
a learning
Helldivers to
curve
come
in
to
Helldivers
console,
too?
for Xbox at least.
I'm coming.
Cannot
Can't
wait
wait
for
to
that.
listen to you screaming in the other room.
Yeah. Hopefully, will be too.
Ah,
One of the
fuck!
best parts of
Babe!
minds the character
God
scout
damn it.
in the situation.
I'm just gonna pull a. I'm just gonna pull a Starship Troopers and.
Shoot the nuke.
Yeah, I think they have emotes in the game,
Wait,
so I'm just gonna like
I got
thumbs
an
up emote
idea.
every time we kill
Shoot
like a
the
wave
nuke.
of bugs, and I'm gonna be like, I'm doing my part.
Hold on. I gotta time it
Have you
and
seen the thing
I think I
where
got
it's like
it.
the videos of the dudes and they're like, be advised, the missile's EP and then he
Sonic
like
6 has one of the
dives
most
and starts
incredible
sleeping.
robot battles we've
Yeah.
ever seen.
That's gonna be you and Nathan. Like I can foresee this
People
just
are
being
actually
like an absolute
recutting
mess
this clip
of a game
like
for you guys to be playing
crap
together.
movies about the Vietnam War.
Yeah, that's a word.
It's gonna be a beautiful clusterfuck. A wondrous disaster.
I'm gonna get you a PC so you can run a campaign of Baldur's Gate with Ethan and I.
I want to so bad. Ruben would probably join on that as well, honestly. He
Yeah.
wanted to play through with someone.
We need to get you a PC.
I'll be
Yeah,
honest,
we'll get there.
this clip alone sold
there.
me on Helldivers 2.
You know what game I'm excited is on PC just because it's gonna be so much easier for me to play it.
Go
Little bit of an old game at this point, but Horizon Forbidden West.
Forbidden West, yes, you can,
Hollywood
you can
might
finish
take
it.
This game a bit too
I
serious.
can finish it, yeah. I have kids.
Or is
Gaming
it
is
just the right amount?
It's
of
sitting
it's
down
not
with a
easy.
game like that is so
Oh
not
no!
fun.
Get ready, they're coming. No!
See, I keep stepping away.
Yeah, and then I'm like lost. Like you know how it is. Like you finally got one of those fucking things like pinned up against the wall, and you're like, this is it. This is where I win. And then you know a kid needs its butt wiped or whatever. And you're just like,
You're just like, wait.
like, please, please.
Why do you think I just don't even turn on my Xbox most mornings? I'm just like, no, I'm not even gonna do it. Like, I understand.
Setting up on the yes, baby.
Let's close on something beautiful.
Oh yeah.
For freedom.
Girl race. Pick Batman. That's my girl.
Are they is it through the little thing yet? Let me check. Give me a sec.
No, you're not alive.
Why do
Oh no, the camera went off.
You're still not muted.
Dragon's Dogma.
Still not muted.
Okay, I wasn't trying to.
Okay, sorry about that. Jeez, most of the time my work does not call me, but that was a fun little
experience
excursion. Is everyone here still? Yeah. You guys are still here. Well, yeah. But, damn, dude. Yeah. Okay. Let's look at this Nintendo takedown thing that I was watching. I was trying to watch. There we go.
So the king of
Yeah, okay. Let's go here. We'll go here. We'll do this. We'll do this. We'll go boo. All right. Yep.
Emulation back once again with another emulation video that happens to deal with Nintendo conclusion.
Hello?
Now,
Hey.
I made a video on this yesterday. Let's talk about this right off the bat here.
Did you
Alex?
After
hear someone
this up
joining?
on Twitter.
Did I what?
Did you hear the sound of someone joining?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been here. That wasn't me.
Oh.
So
Oh.
someone else just joined.
Oh, hello. It looks like they're muted. Are you? Hold on.
Someone else hop into the disc?
Oh, yeah.
4 people.
Hello.
I don't know who
Hello,
Ruby Morgan is.
They are a graphic artist that has requested that I take a look at their portfolio.
Oh.
So,
Oh yeah, I remember this. I
Yeah.
remember this.
so, yeah. Hey.
No,
Bat
no, no.
What?
Oh my god. Oh my
You
god,
need
please.
help?
Something
God.
on fire. Oh no.
Alex went up in flames.
We'll get into
I'm
what
sorry.
Yuzu had to say
Alex Rose went
about
up in
the
flames. That's
situation.
what I see pop up.
Yuzu put
My
this up on
W
Twitter,
key got
and
stuck, and I walked right, like I tried to stop, and it went right into a lava pit, and I broke the
then that
block.
was it. They
I
turned
was
off the
almost
pods
out,
and everything.
and I
like that.
exploded.
Like I said, Yuzu's been
I'm
going
so
crazy to
mad,
me.
so much
We have
stuff.
deeply disappointed when users.
You need help going to get
No,
it, get
I
it, or you
can't.
get.
I was just doing those things by wander in one direction. I don't even know where I'm at right now.
Protection measure. Please.
Ah,
Particular.
my stuff. There was so much stuff.
Yeah, I've seen this, dude. We've seen this. Yeah, this doesn't sound like they were held hostage at all.
What? What's happening?
Just the Yuzu response. The Yuzu response after Nintendo struck them down. It just says, "Hello, Yuzu-ers and Citra fans. We write today to inform you that Yuzu and Yuzu support of Citra are being discontinued, effective immediately. Yuzu and its team have always been against piracy. We started the projects in good faith out of passion for Nintendo and its consoles and games, and we're not intending to cause harm. But we see now that because our projects can circumvent Nintendo's technological protection measures and allow users to play games outside of authorized hardware, they have led to extensive piracy. In particular, We have been deeply disappointed when users have used our software to leak game content prior to its release and ruin the experience for legitimate purchasers and fans. We have come to the decision that we cannot continue to allow this to occur. Piracy was never our intention, and we believe that piracy of video games and on video game consoles should end effective today. We will be pulling our code repositories offline, discontinuing our Patreon accounts and Discord servers, and soon shutting down our website. We hope the actions will be a small step towards ending piracy in all creator spaces. Thank you for the years of support and understanding our decision. Like, yeah, that's how that
They were
went.
held at gunpoint.
Yeah, like, come on. Yeah, it's the user's fault. You know, it's all our fault for playing the games.
Again, I think they need to take a play out of Scott Cawthon's book. Like he's started a whole thing to like he saw a bunch of people making games, like fan games about him and his creations, and was just like, you know what? No, I'm gonna literally give you money to continue to do what you're doing because I want to nurture the next generation of gamers. Like,
Yeah.
that's what they should be doing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I get it. Like, so Nintendo's coming after him because it's only when they make money. That's the thing, is whenever they're making money off of this stuff, that's when Nintendo steps in. It's just like, not what we thought.
Yeah, you're not allowed to make money.
If it's
We
free,
are.
it seems like they're pretty okay with stuff as long as it's free. But yeah, they're just fucking ruining gaming. I don't know. It's not a good time.
Never been the biggest fan of Nintendo.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to build a legacy that way and then just absolutely just shit on everybody who
It tries to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Telling you, man, like I genuinely stand by the fact that like they just like to take giant shits on their fan base and just expect them to eat it. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's kind of wild.
Yeah, I agree. Ugh.
I don't care about Bethesda.
Huh?
Care about Bethesda.
Fuck Bethesda.
Yeah. Also, agree. Fuck Bethesda, dude.
They're all the worst. All these companies are just the worst now, dude. And that sucks because, like, a lot of these companies have made their money on being amazing, studios. And it's like, it seems to be just the way that the world works, right? Like, look at Blizzard. Amazing games for a while, and then now it's just like, we made Diablo Immortal. Like, you guys don't have phones?
You guys don't have phones, yeah.
Oh god,
It's just
that
like,
line, dude. Jesus.
so fucking out of the. You're so out of the loop.
That's
And,
so bad.
And Bethesda with the same thing. It's just like, it's actually your fault that Starfield isn't good. You need to enjoy Starfield differently. Like, no, your game is just kind of shitty. It's boring. Well, no, you're just not playing the game right. No, don't tell me how to play a fucking game.
That whole idea of honestly, like, if you're not in support of this, then you're really the bad guy, like
Yeah.
this, like, privileged idea of, like, my media should be consumed
Yep.
because I tell you it's good. That's transferred into, like, movies and stuff now, too.
Yep.
And it's pretty wild.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous, dude. It's like every big
Yeah.
game studio is that way. I'm so against it. I'm so fucking against it.
I don't even blame you for it. Like,
Okay, we should just make
Um,
our own games.
That's right.
what was it? I forget the actress's name, but there's a movie that's called, like, The Woman King or something like that came out a little while ago.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, 2022. And the leading actress, Viola Davis, apparently, like, went and made a statement that, like, if you didn't like this movie and think it was, like, one of the best movie theaters at the time, like, you're racist. And I was just like, alrighty then. Like, I'm just like,
kinda how
can
that
people
works.
just not have the opinion that the movie just wasn't that good?
No, it's racism. It's always. Yeah. No, dude, it's tough. It's tough. It really is. And, like, it's so fucking, like, it's just copium. And it's weird because these rich, dumbass fucking studios have this, like, insane amount of copium that they're just on. And it's just like, well, if you don't like our game, that's your fault. Like,
That's your fault.
It's like, no, like, it's not my fault, you fucking moron. Like,
It's not my fault that you made a dog shit game. Get out
Yeah.
of here.
What the hell? Like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, it's shit like that where you're just like, no, you're wrong. You're wrong.
You're wrong.
You're absolutely wrong.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
You're wrong. But yeah, dude, it's I hate it, and that's why.
You're not a very smart studio. You're the opposite of smart.
Yeah. I think that's where the problem lies right now. Is this fucking. But what big studio is making a game that anyone wants right now?
Honestly, yeah. Like, there's actually. Like, there's not a lot coming to mind at the moment. The Final Fantasy remake coming out recently, I feel like, is pretty big. I'm really excited for Hellblade 2. I talk about that game all the time. Like, I'm very excited for Hellblade because I think that game was
but who made
extremely
Hellblade?
good. It's definitely a smaller studio.
Yeah, that's
I
what I'm
don't
talking
even remember.
about.
Technically, it's part of the Xbox like group studios now. It's like the Xbox family.
Right.
But yeah, I don't even remember the name of the studio. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, it doesn't
It
even.
was Ninja Theory.
Ninja Theory.
Actually, kind of a bigger studio.
Yeah, but I mean, not too bad. But like, yeah, it's hopefully that game's very, very good. You know, but
I
like,
do not see it being bad. That's gonna be pretty difficult to make bad.
Yeah, but it's just one of those things of like, I'm just curious what big games are going to be coming out that like are like big game. What is it called? Studios. You know, big studios. Because I think we are in a shift. I think we're in a shift where, I think a lot of smaller studios are going to be the ones that are really pushing the boundaries, because bigger studios don't have the ability to push the boundaries anymore, whether it's because of their shareholders or because of the fact that they just are trying to make money hand over fist. But like, I really think that because of Helldivers, I think Helldivers is actually taking the attention from the Call of Duty audience, because as much as I complain about Call of Duty being this fucking brain broken thing that, like, you know, I'm not a big fan of Call of Duty, right? And
I've fallen out of it.
I'm a big believer that, you know, people who buy Call of Duty every year are mouth breathers, you know? That being said, I understand the concept there. It's a yearly franchise, like everyone likes it, but it's just like you're losing everything when you get that new game. You don't keep any of that content that you spent all that money on, and like, it's just a money vacuum. And it's just by keeping it alive, you're continuing that shit. And I think Helldivers is that audience, right? Because I see it. A lot of those people that are Call of Duty heads are playing Helldivers, and I think experiencing that game and seeing that difference is actually going to play a really big part in slowly chipping at Call of Duty.
Also, I mean, like, yeah, like I feel like in the shooter genre, like, it's been a while since they've made a really good like co-op thing that you can have fun with. Like, you know, the Left 4 Dead days are like long behind us, right?
Yeah.
You know, like, obviously you can still play that game. You know, everyone plays like Left 4 Dead. Games like that really haven't made one, like a really good one, in a while. You know, Back 4 Blood was okay, and
Yeah.
there's all these other games that tried, and there hasn't really been anything like it.
Yeah.
I feel like Helldivers is just kind of going, hey, look, we made this fun experience. Have a good time with your friends, and you know, like,
Mike is doing
go.
something funny.
Yeah, you are in and out.
Oh, it's because my mic is up above. I forgot to flip it back down. That's my bad.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, there's just a lot of things. I just think in general it's really funny to see, like, you know, the people who are like, oh, you know, Baldur's Gate is ruining gaming because they're setting the standard too high, but then we're seeing these game studios actually start trying to put in effort again, and you're like, well, I mean, was it really a bad thing, or are you just upset that you have to put in effort?
Yeah, you have to put in the work again. Like, oh my gosh,
Oh
big
my God.
sad for you.
You want to talk about a fucking disappointment? Okay, like Skull and Bones.
Skull and Bones, yeah. Apparently, it's already like not like dying. It's not good.
And it's like, this is the first quadruple A game, and it's like, if so, like A's. I think A right? How it's like, oh, it's a AAA game, it's a AA game. I think A is actually, it stands for ass. It's 4 asses. It's so bad that it's just
quadruple ass.
The game is fucking quadruple ass. Because at this point, it's not. It's just like if that's how that works, like more money is going in. It's just a shitty game. Like, no, thank you. I'll just play indie games, and that's always been my opinion. And I think it's finally starting to be revealed because I've been that guy. I mean, you too, Kyle. But like, you know, in our big friend group that we had, it was like, no, I'm good. I'm gonna play Hollow Knight. You know,
yeah,
I'm
especially
not
when like
gonna-
other people were like, "Oh, are you getting the new Call of Duty?" or "Oh, are you getting this
No.
game?" And I'm like, "No, I'm gonna be
Oh,
playing
dude,
Hades."
it was what the fuck was that game? What was that game? Like it really hit with that fucking game. What was it? It was like a looter shooter. It was third person. It came out in like 2019 or something.
When we played Gunfire Reborn.
Third person looter.
Because there was also
shooter.
Borderlands, you know.
Let me see.
It's first person though.
It was like really craving a
Started
good
with
looter.
D?
I think so. I don't know, but this fucking game came out, and I was like, I'm not buying that fucking game. Like, I'm not buying it. It's. I played the demo. It's Outriders. Is that what it is? Outriders.
Oh yeah, Outriders. Yeah.
I don't know why I thought of a D.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Outriders.
I played Outriders, and I was like, "Yeah, this game's okay."
Everyone's like, because some other game had come out, right? This is my big rant. I always go on this rant, like every year. I fucking have to. It's like some other game came out and it was like $60, and then a month later, Outriders come out and it's like $60, and I'm just like, I'm not paying for this fucking game. I'm not gonna.
I literally remember this rant. This was during the podcast days. Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not gonna play this fucking game. And like in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna let you guys play this because it was like an experiment for me. I'm like, I'm gonna watch and see how long everyone plays this game, and see if it's worth $60 fucking, right? And everyone played it for like 2 weeks. And then something else came out, and it was like, oh, we have to play this game. Like, this game's not. And I'm like, you spent $60 on this game, and you've played it for 2 weeks. And like I said, not to be that guy, but I'm like, I bought Dead Cells for $15, and I played it for 2 years.
Yeah, you're like, I've continuously played this game.
Yeah, and it's like, it's a better game. Like, I know they're completely different genres of games, but even if you want to compare like a shooter-ish game, like you said, look at that game we played, right?
Gunfire Reborn.
Gunfire
It's
Reborn.
really
It's solid. It's fun. It's good. It gives you that like little hit of like randomness. It's just a solid game. And how much was it? I mean, you know,
it was free.
$20.
That game was on
free
Game
on
Pass.
Game Pass, but it's like $20. You know what I mean? When you
I think it's pretty cheap anyway. Yeah.
And it's like,
dude, Hades, man. Like, I still play Hades.
Oh
I have
my
Hades
God,
on the
yeah.
Switch and on Xbox.
Yeah.
And I actually know on Xbox I need to buy it because it was on Game Pass, and now I'm like, well, I need to buy that so I can play it again.
yeah. And it's like
But-
it's this fallacy that playing a bigger game is going to give you a better experience.
Yeah,
It's
that these
not. It's not
quote
going
unquote
to.
AAA studios are making better experiences than
Yeah.
the indie studios can.
And they're not.
I mean, in some respects, they are. You know, like there are definitely exceptions to it. You know, like God of War, definitely up there. You know,
Yeah.
Last of Us. You know, things like that. You know, you got your. I'm definitely with like Blade being like really big. You know, like Gears of War is still pretty big for people.
But think about those. Those are all in the same type of genre as a lot of these indie games. They're single player experiences, right? And when you focus on a single player experience, you're getting a better product. Not to say that you shouldn't have multiplayer, because there is a place for multiplayer, but I feel like any type of game that focuses on a single player story driven, like big expansive game, even if it is like co-op, right, you get a better quality game. Because like all those games you said they're all single player or maybe a co-op where you play with one person, right? And it's like, those are better games because they don't focus on microtransactions and a fucking store and a season pass and all this other shit, to where it's just like, well, the game's not really finished, fuck it, put it out, we'll make money. And it's like, you know, I don't know. I just think that making these games that are all about partying up with like 20 people or 5 people or 6 people, whatever it is, it's just like a lot of them seem to be just a lot of the same. I don't know if you feel the same way, but it does feel like you're getting that same type of quality out of, you know, those games.
Yeah, it definitely feels like they like when they put more focus into the game itself and not into like all this extra add-on content that's gonna come out later. You get a better experience. Like it's like they're focused on making an experience to last. By playing the game, not by like adding things to it later.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just I don't know where I was going with this. Games suck. Games suck now. Like, some games suck now.
I was having a conversation with my brother the other day about how video games for us, like even the difference between his generation and my generation, where I was just like, I'm fearful my kids are gonna get a video game, or like never gonna have a video game where they experience how I experienced it. It's just gonna be like, oh yeah, everyone's playing it, so I'm just gonna play it. There's not gonna be that like awe-inspiring moment where that gets them to want to play video games. It's just gonna be them playing the game that everyone else is playing because people are playing it.
Yep. And they're gonna be just taking money, like, hey, I just need this skin, I just need this, and it's like, no, dude, just play the game. Well, I can't enjoy the game without a little extra something, without the battle pass or whatever. It's just like, dude, no, just fucking, yeah. I just want a Red Dead Redemption 2 again, That's all. Is that too much to ask? Is that too much to ask for?
Apparently so.
Dude, anything is too much to ask for. What do you mean? You're not supposed to be happy.
Right. You just give us the money and shut up.
Give us the money and shut up, yeah.
Yeah. That's literally it.
Did you want to enjoy your experience? That's not the point.
That's not the point, you idiot. Idiot, dumbass. Enjoy our quadruple ass
dumb
game.
head.
Shut up.
Triple ass game from our triple ass studio.
Just like an abusive parent, just like shoveling their garbage food that they made for you. And you're like, I don't like it. And they're like, shut up!
Shut up and eat your chicken nuggets!
Shut up! You're like, I can't. It's bad. Shut up! That's what it feels like playing games now. It's just
But Mom, they're breaking my teeth.
I don't have the money for the battle. Buy it! You need it!
Buy it anyway.
Shut up! And you're just like, Skull and Bones is bad.
Well, find the money. Honestly, people who don't have money nowadays are just lazy.
I'm sorry, your game's Starfield is bad. It's your fault.
There's so many ways to make
Gaslighting you.
money.
Yeah. Oh my god, like that streamer. Like, if you can't give me $10... I saw her the other day because
that video is wild.
Dude, I went on Twitch because I had to pop out my Twitch chat because I don't really ever go on Twitch in general. But like, she was on the homepage. I'm like, isn't that lady that like went on the rant about money?
Like,
she's like,
honestly, if you don't have money to give to me, that's your fault because you should have better priorities.
Just stop getting Starbucks and giving money. And you're just like, no.
Like, how disconnected can you be from existence at that
How
point?
self-entitled are you? Oh my god.
It's great. It's great.
I still love that there's a comparison video between that and there's this guy in like New Zealand who's like carving stuff and someone like donates or like subs and he's just like, wait, what'd you do that for? He's like, no, can I give it back? And he's just like, no, you don't have to give me money. He's like, I just do this because I want to. He's like, keep your money. And I'm like, oh, this guy's like the most wholesome person I've ever seen.
Yep. I think that it's just so, ugh. Like, come on, man. Get out of your own fucking bullshit. Get out of your bullshit.
Dude.
Yeah, but that happens, man, and it's not everyone, and that's
Not
a big,
everyone. Yeah.
It's a big thing. It's a big problem I have lately. Oh god, it's a whole fucking rant. But like, it's a big problem I have lately is like with these fucking TikTok like street interviewers that like, the guys that are just like, they go up to guys and they're like, could the world function without women? And then the guys are like, no. Absolutely not. And then they're like,
not
check this out. And they're like, could the world function without men? And it's all the women. They're just like, nah, it could. Like, man, we don't need men. And you're just like,
men are terrible.
Yeah, like, I am man. You don't even tell me what to do. I'm man. I could die. And you're just like, okay, but hold on. And it's like they're asking like 40-year-old men who have wives, and then they're asking like 19-year-old women who are drunk and like on Molly, and they're just like, should men be killed? And they're just like, nah. And you're just like, okay, I think you maybe weren't.
There's a bit of a disparity here in who you're asking.
Disparity in this shit. And like that.
I feel like this content is tailored to be this way.
Weird. And it like, it fucking bugs me so much. I really want to like. I wish there was something you could do to just combat that, because it is fucking bullshit, dude. And like, you can ask most women who aren't drunken on Molly in general, but like, even then, like, if you're gonna ask men that are in their 40s, ask women that are in their 40s. I mean, like, hey, could the world function without men? They'd be like, no. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? We need men too. Like, 90% of those people, you know. But it's like, it's
everybody needs everybody.
Yeah, it's so cherry picked, dude, and it bugs me so much. And like, that's the shit that like it's so frustrating. And like, you see it on TikTok a lot, you see it on like Instagram Reels, and it's always these fucking podcasts that are just like talking to women, and it's just like,
oh, and yeah, there's always like fucking like 10 women around the table and like 3 guys like talking.
Yeah, and it's like,
What
woman owned by deep thinking man, and it's just like, some chick will just be like, I just feel like you're being like racist, and they're like, how am I being racist? And they're just like, I don't know. And they're like, see, you don't know because you're stupid. And you're just like, it makes me want to throw up, dude. I'm just like,
it's really bad.
Yeah, and it's like, how about you get some people who are your age, huh, and like have them argue with you? Or like, how about you just get someone on? But that's the thing, because it's their podcast, they just tailor whatever the fuck they want. Like, they'll never show someone who outwits them, you know,
because like they don't have to.
Yeah, and it's
that's
just
not
like,
their content. Yeah.
No, and it's like, just continuing to shovel this shit, and I am very, I don't know if it's concerned, but it is an issue. Like, it's concerning for me having 2 boys, you know, raising 2 young boys, where it's like, they're seeing this shit, you know, and like, not every guy, because everyone wants to pretend they've been woke for their entire life, but like, every guy needs to admit, like, they did go through a stage, right, where like a girl broke up with them, or like they had a heartache, and they're just like, women fucking suck, like they only care. And it's like, yeah, you go through that when you're like 15, right? But the problem is now there's so many avenues where you can just stay in that headspace. There's so many guys where they're just like, no, you're right, like, you just need to like be tough, and you need to get strong, and you need to like stop talking to those women. They're evil. Like, don't cry. Why are you crying? Are you pussy? And it's just like, it's so fucking sad, dude.
It's literally like you're sitting in your room crying while you could be out making money and getting bitches. Like, and it's just like, okay,
no,
like, no one wants, like, no one cares.
Yeah, and that pisses me out, because like, now I think of it as a father, and it's like, no, you dumb bitch, my kid's 15 or 14 or 13, whatever.
Don't put that in his head.
Don't put that in his fucking head. He doesn't need to be doing shit right now. He needs to be enjoying his life and having fun with his friends and doing goofy shit.
No, straight up, like the whole Andrew Tate thing was like an issue, because apparently there's a lot of like younger that were like consuming that content, and you know, obviously, like, they're less popular in their lives. They feel, you know, like they're down, you know, on their luck with like women and things like that, you know, because they're teenagers.
Like, they're 15,
you know, like,
dude, like, everyone feels like an outcast. Everyone fits into that demographic for him at that age. Like, you're picking the most impressionable generation and going, yep, here, but then trying to say like you're making content for men. No, you're brainwashing children. Congratulations.
Yep, you're making content for little boys. It's the same thing that women go through, because around that same age is when you start getting people commenting on your body, your appearance, and how you look, and like, you should be losing weight, and like, it's fucked up, because it even happens in your family. Like, everyone has a grandma or an aunt or their mom that's just like, oh, sweetie, like, you're getting kind of big, and it's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? And like,
my first time being sexualized was by my mother. Like, that's at like 12.
Yeah.
Like, that's just it. Yeah, that age is just, and then it's unfortunate. Like, I had this argument when I found out I was pregnant with Luna. I was just like, I'm raising a child, like a daughter, in a generation that I'm no longer a part of, because I don't, like, as much as I want to pretend like I'm young and whatever, I'm not. I'm in a completely different genre from what she's going to be growing up in, right? Like, my generation is not her generation, and I'm just like, how the hell am I going to combat this with no knowledge of what's going on
out there in the world?
Out there, like, she's going to be out in the world, and I'm not even going to know what kind of media she's like taking in, because my TikTok is completely different than like my sister's TikTok. She's getting all kinds of like weird TikTok dances, and I'm getting shit that's like, here's politics, or here's anime, or here's goofy frog booty, you know, and I'm just like, this is like, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do.
And it's hard. It is tough. And like, I mean, piggybacking off of that, like, yeah, there are a lot of boys in middle school that are talking all this shit, and it's funny because like, very much like how women are getting like sexualized as preteens, which is fucking incredible to say. Boys are at a really weird place too, because like not in the alpha male like way, but just as an admittance, because I'm a guy and I went through it and every guy goes through it. There's a weird in between where you go from being this little boy that all these like moms and everyone's like, you're so cute, like we love you, you're so nice, you're so sweet, you're just this little ball of dough, and then you go into this space where now you're like, and like I said, I'm not trying to make it sound like as bad as whatever, but like you are the worst thing in the room, right? You become a predator in every sense. You can't, like, every guy knows the feeling of walking behind a woman for long enough, and like I start like dragging my feet a little bit so I don't scare them, like so they know that I'm there, you know, or like I'll be like, oh hey, sorry, and like I'll apologize just for existing there, and like I'm used to it, you know, and I get it because I've had that time to think about it, and I've heard the stories, and I've heard like I've talked to women, and like you get that, but like these young boys don't get it, and like if something breaks or is stolen or someone gets hurt, it's automatically going to be you who is thought of that did it. Doesn't matter who you are, you will always be seen that way. And so like there is a really weird shift at that age where you go from being this innocent little ball of dough to the worst thing in the world. And so it's taken me like personally like years of just, I mean, I was raised by my mom, so I had a little bit more of an exposure to it, but like just existing with women, that's something that everyone needs. You need to exist with people, and like hearing stories, you can't be ignorant to that. You have to hear people's stories, and the problem is so many like quote unquote alpha people, they're just like, they're lying, don't fucking listen to them, they're liars, like they weren't SA'd, they changed their mind halfway through, and like it's just them. And it's like, no, you need to take this seriously, and you need to have these conversations with people, and you need to just take people at their word. If someone went through something, take that in, and then understand that you're not the person who did that, but like you are a person that, you know, it's like you could be. So like you need to be able to go like, hey, like I'm not, you know, I'm just here. You know what I mean? Like just that's it. And just being okay with being there, and like as long as you're not being a dickhead, you're not gonna have any problems. But that's the problem, is like it's always just like, no, they're lying, no, women are lying, don't listen to women. And it's like, okay, well, why don't we just not listen to anyone then? Why the fuck should I listen to you then? You know? But it's like they have so much influence. It's just like, it's tough. And there needs to be like an anti-alpha that's just like, look, dude, like, because at the end of the day, like, let's stoop to that level, right? Let's stoop to their level and stoop to the people they're actually talking to, the 15-year-olds, right? 15, 16-year-olds. Stoop to their level. Let's be honest. If you want to go like tat for tat about like who gets more, quote unquote, who gets more women or whatever, or attention, or who like gets those people, or even friendships, who gets more attention? The guy that's just like, oh, you're a bitch, like bitches need to listen to me, blah blah blah, like I'm the alpha, like who the fuck? No one is gonna talk to you. But like, you know who women want to be around? The people are just like, hey, like, what's your favorite food? Like, oh, I love that food too. Like, let's go eat. Like, how was your day? Literally. And like, everyone says like, oh, that's pussy shit, you're asking a woman how her day was. And it's like, yeah, actually. And guess what?
Oh my
like,
god, how dare I treat her like a person?
right.
Like,
yeah. And guess who wants to talk to you later the next day? Like, and it's like, it's that simple, but like I don't understand why it's so hard. And it's because there's no one, not that there's no one, I'm sure there are, but it doesn't seem like there's as many people who are like, hey man, because I think it's hard because there's this line between being politically correct and just being able to speak the truth. Because like everyone hates on these alpha guys, but like the alpha guys, they don't care about being politically correct. They don't care if you hate them. And so they're going to talk to these young boys and be like, you want to know how to get laid? Like, let me tell you. And it's not the right way. It's completely wrong. You know, no one is going to even talk to you when you act that way. But if you want to go the other way and say like, hey, you want to know how to get laid? Be nice to women. Like most people are going to go like, how dare you say that? Like you're just treating women like a piece of meat. And it's like, okay, you're right. So I won't say that. So then there's no one that's able to combat those alpha males. You know what I mean?
that's why it's so important that like dads show, like a big issue that I had in my household, because my stepdad was a nice guy, but like The issue was that he like would do it all behind closed doors. Like
Right.
the love and stuff that they would do, they wanted it to be intimate between them. But like when you have children
They
that
need
you're
to see that.
teaching to be a part of it, you need to show
Yep.
them.
Yep.
You have to show. Like Kyle for Valentine's Day went and got me my Valentine's Day thing and whatnot. But he came home and gave Luna flowers because it's important that she knows that it's like this is something that you
Yep.
like people are supposed to do for you when they love you. And he came home and gave Cass chocolates and was just like, you know, this is that or whatever. Like he'll go up and have like the kids come and check on me when I'm going through hard times. There's things that he's already instilling in them to treat people the way that people are supposed to be treated.
Yeah.
And a lot of issues is that people aren't seeing that when they're growing up.
Yep.
You're not showing that to your kids. Instead, you have a lot of problems now with like the technology age and whatnot, where people are putting their kids in front of this stuff, and their first interactions with things is usually going to be what's fake on TV.
Yep.
Like they see these YouTube videos where they're like sketch comedy playing around and here's a prank and it's like let's throw things on mom and that's funny and that's what they're seeing and they're taking that to heart, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
Like
Well,
I think that's how we have to combat it, is just like the non-alpha males need to step up and show these children like before it's too late what it's like to be like to properly love someone and to
Yep.
have someone properly love you back, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's something that we focus on a lot, and it's I mean, once again, like, I mean, me and Corinne, I mean, not so much anymore, but like there are growing pains when you're in a relationship and when it's new, and when we first moved in together, like we would argue, and like, you know, the thing is, a lot of parents, they argue and then they're just better. Like when you think about it from the kid's perspective, you argue and then your parents are just better. So they don't see any of that. They just see that they're fighting and now they're fine. And it's just like, how are you, like what is that doing with your kid? It shows that like there's only two ways to be, either mad or happy, right? And so like we've always made it a point to go to our boys and say like, hey, like, sorry, we got heated, or we were having a big conversation, and like we just want to let you know, like, we had to talk through whatever our problem was, and like we had a problem we were upset with. We were upset with each other kind of, but we were more upset with the problem, and so we had to talk, and we had to talk it out. And so now they understand that like when things get like hard or like you're angry, you have to focus on the problem, and like sometimes it's going to happen. And now when they fight with each other at the end of it, because then like they start fighting and we have to separate them for a second, and then they come back and it's just like, what happened? It's just like, well, we were upset, and I guess it was just like when you guys are upset and we have to talk now. And it's like, yeah, you do need to talk about it. And so like we'll sit them in the room and they'll just talk, and they'll talk for a little bit, and then we'll hear them giggling again. And it's like, okay, now they understand how to resolve conflict, you know? And it's only through like setting that example for your kids. You have to do that. And I don't think people realize that, because it's like, it's embarrassing. Well, we fought in front of the kids, or I don't want to fight in front of the kids. Well, guess what, motherfucker? Like, if your voice is a little louder than usual, they know you're fighting. So like, it's not like you can hide it from them, you know? But you have to do your job of showing them like it's okay to do this sometimes. Because what your kids are never going to get into a confrontation. Like, it's bullshit. Of course they are. They need to learn how to resolve that conflict, you know?
Yeah, instead of just having you resolve it for them or hiding it behind closed doors.
Yeah, and it's going to affect their personal relationships when they're older too, because once they start dating, how are they going to resolve that conflict? Well, if they don't know how to do it, they're just going to keep it in, or they're just going to yell at their partner, you know?
Yeah.
And so, I don't know. I do agree. We do need to just make sure people are just talking with their kids. That's all it is.
That's what it comes down to, is people being present, and that's like unfortunate. Like the unbalanced scale, you know, is that, like, it's so expensive to live now that most people are working like overtime, and presence with their children is so hard. Like, I mean, shit, we have four people. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we have 4 people who are actively working in this house, and we're still making like just by.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane that it takes 4 incomes and some to be able to afford to live with 2 children.
Yep. Yeah, it's hard.
Like, it's so yeah, the time versus desire thing. Like, and then like I said, some people are just like, oh, I'm just gonna put my kid in front of a tablet.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
it's
well,
easy.
your child's not learning anything healthy from that at all.
Yeah, but it's easy. It's easy, and that's what's, you know,
Yeah.
that's the big deal. So I agree. I think there's a lot of pieces that need to move, and like I just really hope that we do move as a society that way, but you know, we'll see. There just needs to be a what the hell? There just needs to be that shift, but like I think we also need to find a balance of like, how do I even put it? Like, it needs to be kind of acceptable, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to get freaking like canceled for saying some bullshit, but like, it does need to kind of be acceptable for guys to be a little bit like, if you want to talk to these teenage boys about being a better person, you kind of need to talk to them about things that they want. And like, what do teenage boys want? You know, they want to be dumb. They want to get girls. They want recognition, and like, they want all this stuff. And it's like, you need to be able to go like, hey kids, like, be nice, and like, girls will be around you. Like, girls will want to talk to you, or like, you'll get a good job eventually, but it doesn't matter right now. Like, don't worry about it. Go be goofy. And it's just like, I feel like kids aren't allowed to just be goofy, and there always has to be some like, well, you can't tell boys that they'll get girls because that's like sexist. It's like, no, that's literally just what kids do. Like, it's not that I'm saying only boys want to be with girls. Like, girls want to be with boys too. Like, but that's so taboo to say. But it's like, no, like, young girls should be allowed to like speak that truth too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but it's not. It is so taboo of just like, well, you can't do that. And it's like, no, yes, the fuck they can. You know, it's just, I don't know. Things are dumb. Things are dumb now.
Yep. Just yeah. Yeah. Like my brother and I had a lot of talks with my brother because like he comes home every day and he's just like, hey sissy, what's going on? I'm like, oh yeah, and he's like, listen, why is my generation so fucked up?
Well,
So we have a lot of conversations about that. But
yeah.
like when he first moved in, we had a whole issue where we thought that he was like, we thought that we had to step in and tell him like, hey, we think you're being a little gross and toxic and we need to have a conversation about that.
Yeah.
And it was just like a lot of things that he had learned from, like, because he's the baby of everything, like his household, because we don't have the same mom, we have the same dad.
Okay.
But everything that happens in his household with his mom, he's the baby. So he grew up with two older brothers, and a sister. And the sister was kind of just like doing as she did because mom wasn't really a part of that or whatever. And then the brothers were not great examples. And then he was the baby of like my dad's side too. So like we knew of him, but like it was weird. Like we only saw him on holidays, so it wasn't like we had a big influence on his life as he was growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just like talking to me about like some things one time, and I was just like, hey, I'm not gonna lie to you, buddy, like as your sister, I feel like it's important I tell you, like, you sound like a very toxic man right now.
Yeah.
Like everything that you're saying is extremely toxic. And after a few conversations and us talking about a bunch of things, like he came to a realization that like everything he knew was like, I don't want to say wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was just like he didn't know anything else.
Yeah.
And so there was like a lot of like relearning and unlearning like behaviors and whatnot. But like he had a whole conversation with me where he was just like why is my generation so fucked? And I was just like, I don't fucking know, buddy. Like I wish I could tell you.
Yeah. It's all learned behavior, and it's just being around all that shit that it's tough. And like, that's the problem, right? That's what's scary as a kid, as a parent. It's just like, what the fuck are our kids gonna be exposed to? You know?
Oh, dude, I worry about that all the time.
Yep.
I told Kyle we're just gonna homeschool our kids. Like we're just gonna homeschool.
Right.
Yeah. Speaking of homeschool, hey Ruben, when are you and Corinne move? What's going on?
What?
We're just gonna. His mic's. I think his mic's pulled away from his thing because something. Yeah.
Oh, is it still being weird?
Well.
Yeah.
Do you want the truth? But you know, yeah, dude, I don't know. It's tough, and like, I think about a lot of shit sometimes, dude, and I'm just like, you had to learn so much shit as just as a person growing up, like thinking about that stuff. It's like, no, like I'm gonna do a good job with my kids, and I'm gonna teach them. I'm gonna teach them instead of like forcing them to learn this stuff in these social awkward situations, you know? Because I don't know. I'm just hoping.
Be a better parent.
Be a better parent.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, I think that everyone should aspire to be a better parent, whether you had good parents or not.
Yeah.
Like, you could have had like super good parents. Like your parents could have been some of the best people you've ever known. And honestly, still aspiring to be a good parent is a good thing. Like,
Yeah.
be better than your parents, even if they were good parents.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
What are you playing?
It's called Neon Abyss.
Oh, I've heard of this. Okay.
I don't know, it looked cool, so I was like, I'll do this while I'm ranting.
I know. I was thinking about that. How it went from gaming to this.
I don't know what
We were
happened.
ranting about Nintendo, and now we're talking about like raising our kids better.
Well,
Parenthood.
That's kind of what happens. It's what happens when you're a parent.
Yeah. So yeah, when are you guys moving out here? Because we need parent friends that understand parenting much more than this. Where are you going,
Yeah,
Kyle?
I was more so like, cause you were are you trying to go to sleep?
No, where
Me?
are you going?
Going down
No,
to
we're
the
playing
mine.
Minecraft. Sorry.
Oh, I was like, what?
What's it called? No, I like when you were talking about when she was talking about homeschooling and you were like, yeah, I was like, yeah, so when are you and Corinne moving out here so we can get the homeschooling going?
Right.
Yeah, we're just gonna do a big old commune and just raise all of our kids without gross expectations of societal norms and whatnot.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm into it.
But that means you have to move out
Either
here.
that or either that or
Right.
we'll move back to California at some point.
Ooh, that's probably not great. It's probably the worst option.
Yeah, probably the way not good option.
Yeah, we've talked about it and. I don't know,
It's
we'll
tough,
see.
dude. It's just expensive. It's a big problem. I got a
Oh, yeah.
rock.
I got a rock. Charlie Brown.
That's right.
That's me,
That's-
Charlie Bear.
Chetty Bay.
Charlie Bear. I'm a Charlie Bear right here. Charlie Bear.
Oh, Crystal. Hell yeah.
Great, now he's gonna be doing that voice all day. Thanks, bud.
Sorry.
Appreciate it.
Oh, no, I'm not. Get out of here.
Hey, get out of here. Is this Ow. It is a grenade.
A grenade.
It's a grenade problem. Whoa.
Oh, so like, get this, right? So
Okay.
I was telling Alex last night. So lately at work, I haven't been listening to music, and I've
Okay.
switched to listening to audiobooks, and I've just
Okay.
been like listening to audiobooks for months.
Okay.
And I think I've listened to like at least 10 books at this point.
Okay.
I've lost him. Like he's
Um,
gone. He doesn't call me while he's at work anymore. Like I'm positive he doesn't love me anymore. Like it's just a whole thing.
The only all right. So just to explain that real quick,
Okay.
real quick.
Oh my god, we're good. No, it's fine. Don't
like,
even.
The
It's not.
only reason I don't call her right away during the day is because
Uh-huh.
half the time I'm doing something that makes too much noise, like I have to like vacuum or do
I get
something else,
that.
and I'm like I really can't talk, you know. And also like part of it is also my phone. I'm just like honestly like I'm trying to like make sure my phone doesn't just like die on me, you know,
Yeah.
like partway
Yeah.
through the day. So I'll call you at like a certain point in the night. That way I know like you know my phone's not gonna die. I'll still be able to talk to you, and it's just easier. But yeah, like I don't call her as much as I used to. I will admit.
Wow.
I'm sorry,
Wow.
babe.
You monster.
Right?
love
He
you.
hates me.
I know.
You get
I
it.
do. Get
No,
it,
I
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Fucking Ruben,
I
which
hear
side
this.
are you on?
Oh, it's just I hear this same shit all the time.
I bet Corinne's just like, why don't you call me? And you're like, look, I'm trying. I have to work.
Yep. Trust me.
That is
Nah,
the part of the
fuck
problem
that.
too.
Fuck that.
Work around
Like,
people.
as much as like I want to sit there and talk, I'm just like honestly, I think I work a little bit slower when I'm on the phone with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you hate
Yeah.
it.
Okay. So
What
yeah,
you're saying is you hate
back
it.
to
So he
back to the
hates me.
story.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he hates me.
Relax. Back to the story.
So he hates me.
So I've
I
been
died.
listening to a bunch of different books, and right
Okay.
now the book I'm listening to is It.
Okay.
You know the novel, and it's interesting so far. Like I will say it's actually a pretty cool listen. Like it's fun to listen to, but at the same time, I was listening to this book, and at multiple points in this book, I was just like, wow, like this is like really from like trauma triggering for people. Like I can imagine someone who's like experienced the traumas that are like explained in this book.
Yep.
And it's pretty descriptive. I was like, wow, this is like really descriptive of what's going on here.
Yep.
Someone did an interview with him and asked him about it, and he was just like, "You can't ask me about that book because I literally was on so many drugs I don't remember it."
Sick.
Oh my god, this guy. It's wild. Yeah, all in all, it's a decent book so far, though.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to hear that.
Of that, believe me, I'm not.
The end.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do at that point. Because like I'm invested in listening to the book, but I'm not sure if I want to listen to that.
Well, everyone has a characteristic except for Wade. Okay, well then she has more life. Huh, weird. The lady's better at her job, but you know, the guy's on the front. No big deal. Whatever.
What's happening here? Yeah, what's going on?
Would have thought. Yeah, dude, I don't know.
Happy International Women's Day.
Happy International Women's Day. That's right.
There you go.
Why aren't you dying? Ah! How do I knife? How do I knife? Left shift. Got it.
I was like, is there like a melee button?
Oh, this is cool. I'm just poking him.
How do I knife?
That is a funny knife animation, though. I'm looking at it and I'm just like hearing the psycho music in my head.
Ooh. Dimensional bag. You have a chance to receive random goodies when you get hurt. Okay.
Ooh, sick.
What's this? Tesla coil? Love yeast. Tesla coil.
Alrighty then.
That's sick. Cool. This game's kind of fun.
Someone's already done the love yeast and put them in the hospital.
Oh, that's okay.
What?
You've heard
you
of that,
want to tell
right, Kyle?
him? Like this is.
Yeah,
You sent me that video. Yeah,
I
you sent
did,
me
yes,
that video.
because I could not fucking believe it was real. Yeah, a lady.
Yeah.
Oh, and she's like, I made this
lady-
bread.
No, she made cinnamon rolls for her boyfriend for like.
Oh yeah, I
Valentine's
heard
Day or
about
birthday or
that.
something.
It put him in the hospital.
She literally got what's it fucking called? It's called
Like something on her tongue. Yeah.
thrush. She got
Yeah,
thrush,
thrush,
which is
yeah.
a yeast infection of the mouth.
She was like, yeah, you can't use your yeast from your own yeast infection to cook food, and I was just like, that's. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Not
Who
me.
would have thought?
Not me.
That's wild. I watched that video and I was like, I have the ick. Like this is not this is
ick.
weird.
This is ick. That's fucking
Thrush
crazy.
is such a horrible fucking like. My sisters got that a few times when they were babies. Like, and your tongue peels off. Like, your taste buds fall off your face. Like, it's awful. And it's like you willingly
Gross.
decided to go and give that to your boyfriend without his knowledge. And it's just like icky caca. I hope it hurt.
I hope it hurt.
You ever meet somebody and you're just like, how the hell has natural selection not taken you out of this world?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of these moments for me at least. It's just like, how the fuck have you lived this long?
What is this? I can't stab it. I don't have any grenades.
Kyle, can
Ruben,
I ask you
Ruben.
a question?
What's up?
What?
Where are you?
Where am I? I'm down in the mine. What's up?
Coins 6.
You
I'm just mining. That's all I'm doing. I'm just straight up mining.
can't see it. You're a miner?
I'm a miner.
49er.
I'm a 49er miner.
Yeah.
So Ruben, so
Yes.
Smite 2 is pretty soon.
I'm hoping I get a
Coming up.
alpha. I hope I get an alpha key.
Key? Yeah, I hope so too. You better get one.
Signed up for that shit. It's like, please give me that shit.
I forgot that I emailed for that, honestly. I'll have to keep an eye on my email now and actually see if something happens. When are they putting the alpha up again? Isn't it in like...
They said
is it
spring.
April or May?
They said spring.
It's
So
spring? Okay.
who knows?
Interesting.
But it'll be. It will be soon. But like my thing is like, I'm hoping people actually give them feedback because I feel like a bunch of dumb shits are just gonna fucking. They're
Yeah,
not gonna
let's
give
go,
them any
"Ooh."
feedback and they're gonna complain about it on Twitter or and it's just like, well, how about you tell them that?
There's a lot of like streamers and people, like, especially like pro players and stuff like that, that they'll they'll be getting feedback from them,
Yeah.
the champions and stuff like that.
Yeah. I hope so. I hope so.
I hope so too.
Yeah. Well.
I just don't know how much is really gonna change, you know.
Well, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it too. We'll
I
see.
think it's gonna be roughly the same game.
We'll see. I mean, I think yes. Oh, I got a new
Careful.
weapon. Hold on. I'm gonna get hurt, but I want the new weapon. This weapon deals more melee damage. It's just shooting a fist? Yeah. Oh, it shoots so slow though.
It's kind of hilarious though, just like firing off a boxing glove.
This reminds me of Enter the Gungeon. I don't know if you ever played Enter the Gungeon.
I never played it, but I know of it, and I've seen some of the gameplay. It looks cool as hell.
It's fun. It's fun. The weapons are very like in depth.
Unique.
Yeah, very unique. I killed myself. Yeah. All right.
Yourself? Oh no.
Yeah, I threw a grenade. Oh. Alright. Think about it here. That was fun. But yeah, I'm excited for Smite 2, dude. I just, like you said, I don't know how much is actually gonna change.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll just have to kind of see. We'll just have to see what happens. It's kind of.
Well, I'm excited to get the founders back and see how many gems I'm gonna hatch when Smite 2 comes out.
Yeah.
I still think that's a little wild. Like it's cool that they're doing it. I have no complaints, but that's a little wild that they're actually doing that.
Yeah. I'm excited. I've been wanting to, like, dude, it's so hard.
Thank you though.
Playing Smite is so fucking difficult lately. It's like
Yeah,
it's the
rough.
toxicity. That's it. That's all that's getting me right now is the toxicity. Just the fucking idiots and like what just happened?
I feel like you have to wade through that to get to like a specific level where people are like a little more understanding.
Yep.
And if they are toxic, it's like for actual reasons, you know?
Yeah. I just meh. I'm meh.
Can't blame you.
Yeah, it's hard, but like, and then the problem is it just ruins the game for everyone, especially when you're a Conquest. Because like, I honestly, I just want to play Conquest. Like that's my big
Like
mode.
go-to.
It's my go-to. Yeah. I mean, then it's mostly because I played a jungle, so like, it's really hard to play assassins in other modes.
Yeah, it's not as easy.
So, it's like, maybe that's why I like Conquest, but you know. It's hard to deal with the toxicity of people, and like it is the thing that sucks. And like I feel like a lot of games don't really take any action against players that's like legitimate action. You know what I mean? It also sucks that like, because I mean I'm sure it's probably not that easy, but yeah, it'd be really hard to implement. I'm just thinking of like, I wonder if there's a way to combat like people who plug, like maybe to have an AI take over that character, but like the AIs in Smite suck. But then again, like Smite's very old, so maybe in Smite 2 that could be an option.
That's true.
But like
AI might be a little bit better then at that point.
It's like what I'm thinking.
PCs will be more understandable.
Yeah, just something, because like it's just when people just fucking shit on everyone and then they quit, and it's just like great, like we literally can't do anything now.
Thanks for ruining the game. Yeah, thanks for literally ruining the game, buddy. Like it's stupid.
Yep. So that's why I'm like, that needs to be addressed for sure.
Well, I mean, let's hope.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, I'm out of here. It was fun. This was actually really fun. I need to do more just chatting streams. This is really good.
Yeah, I'll try to be there for him as much as I can, man.
Bye, Red. This is good. Yeah, I mean.
Red back. Bye, Red.
Bye, Red. Oh, even in the YouTube. That's cool. Alright.
How's the YouTube doing, by the way?
I don't know. I just started multicasting yesterday, so.
Okay.
I don't know. Red said something, so I'm sure there's something I have to do, like with I don't know. Red, I need help. I don't know what I'm doing.
Red, I need help.
I don't know. I'm not a streamer. I have no idea. But yeah.
To Ethan, I think he streams on YouTube all the time.
I need help with life too.
Don't we all?
Right.
Red, I feel ya.
I feel ya. Yeah. I'll talk to you guys later. I'm gonna go. I don't
man.
know. I'm gonna go put some socks on and eat burgers. Later.
I hope it's a good burger. Talk to you later, man. Have a
Burger
good one,
time.
okay?